35
Okay.
because of tailwinds. It went by really quick coming home because of the tailwinds.
You realize
We had
Pizza Hut
30 wins.
had those glasses built into their pizza boxes.
Oh, really?
Would you trust your retina to a fucking pizza box?
Oh,
No
my
way,
God.
Jose.
Say we're out. I didn't hear you.
Raphael,
They pop out the glasses from the pizza box.
Actually, what you were saying though about an iHeart class was actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they do that all over the country?
10 cents a piece.
If you ordered them like right now, they'd probably be 3 cents a piece.
And it was forced, not forced, the RV place was
Lazy Days in Loveland.
And then it was Forest River, right?
Forest River. It wasn't so lazy, right? You can tell them it wasn't so lazy.
What one is this one? This
I know.
Their
Their name was the best seller.
Could your home be more energy efficient, or would you like to find one that is? Who's building the greenest homes? Tune in Saturday.
You know, once that guy found out about it, we got to give him kudos. He really took the ball. I mean, we really didn't.
They
force
contacted
him.
literally
We
an
didn't
hour
force-
after your show?
Yeah, we didn't force him to do that.
No.
That man, I think he truly just found out about it and did the right thing.
No, he listened to the show.
Oh,
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
And I
directly
know-
with their PR
No.
people. I made sure their
They
PR
called
people.
1 hour later, but when I met with Ron, he's like, I just want to tell you something to make it straight about the numbers, because on the show you guys said this, and I was like, so I knew he listened. See what I'm saying? So they,
Oh my God, I ripped them for
Right.
3 hours straight.
right. So they called about an hour after your show ends. I had one lady call me to say Ron's flying.
Ron,
in
do
the
you have
next-
anything specific you're
So,
plugging?
Where's your guitar, Ron?
Yeah, do you have
I
your
was gonna,
guitar?
I was gonna bring it in.
Is it
but
in the
I didn't
car?
want to interrupt. No, it's in
Oh, well, we would have, no, it would have
Are
been
you
fun.
kidding? It would have been the
On
best.
Friday, we can do stuff like that. Yeah.
Kumbaya, my lord.
So,
So we'll do
Ron,
something a little better now.
Ron, anything specific at all? Any special, any events? Nothing?
Not really. I mean, we're just.
Do you have any pre-winter classes coming up or anything?
You know, actually, that would be something to kind of get people around. And I might do a special just today, only on winter driving skills.
Now, would there be a special class that we can all
That we can put.
promote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we start those in October.
Yeah, but we'll make one special.
That'd be great.
There are a lot of new people in town that could use it.
There are a lot of people that could use it, period.
Well, yeah, but he's right. A lot of these Californians not used to anything. Where are you guys from?
Originally, like Midwest, so South Dakota. From east.
Well, Dakota, it doesn't get cold. We're from here, South
Yeah.
Dakota.
So the driving.
Did you guys meet here then?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been here.
So, Stephanie grew up in Arizona and California, in the winter in California. I mean, in the summer, yeah, in the winter in Arizona, the summer in California. And her first job in TV, because you have to go to small markets, was in Nebraska.
Ooh, horrible winters.
Oh yeah.
And she had a little Volkswagen convertible that she put in the ditch one of the first couple of weeks she was
Oh yeah,
there.
the ice and the wind on those
And her
streets.
dad had one of his guys drive out to Nebraska, pick up the Volkswagen and drop off an SUV.
Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do.
Hello, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Today is car day. As you know, we never talk about just one topic, unless, of course, the callers dictate that. Car day comes as close as anything. And we have Car Day with Kevin Calkin today from Sheridan Auto Tech. Mark Machowski, Budget, A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. And Ron Langford with Master Drive. We'll be telling you about a special winter driving course and a discount. And we have so many new people, especially Texas and California people. Welcome, by the way. I'm not one of these Coloradans who say, I think I classify as a Coloradan after 38 years, but I'm not one of these people who say, stay away. I love new people. But winter driving skills, boy, it's even different than normal winter driving here because it sneaks up on you because it seems like it's not that bad. I think people in the Northeast drive differently in their snow than we do here. This is a drier snow, but we still get a lot of black ice and a lot of weirdness here. So, I think most of the driving here in the winter is defensive.
A lot of people don't know how to drive in a whiteout.
Yeah, I like to just pull over. But anyway, here's something that I've seen that puzzles me, is that people either go really fast or really slow. They're just not normal. I mean, they either crawl or they go extremely fast, especially SUVs. And I see these Suburbans and these Expeditions and these, just all these SUVs just flying past me, and I think, God, how are they going so fast? I don't know what would happen if they would have to stop. I mean, four-wheel drives are great, and ABS, that's a great braking system, but it's not foolproof, is it, Ron? I mean, what does ABS do? If I just slam on my brakes, will it keep me straight?
Well, the answer to that question is supposed to be
yes.
No, it won't keep you straight. What it will do is pulsate at a very high rate.
Keep me from skidding.
It will help you to keep from locking up the brakes and therefore skidding. Okay. Because it pulsates the brake. Oh, it works very well, but it doesn't overcome no traction.
Meaning that if it so if you don't have traction and you have anti-lock, will they lock up?
What happens with ABS?
You just drive off the road.
Well, what happens with ABS? It's a pulsating of the brakes, so it computer controls the braking so that.
But it has to sense braking to control braking.
It has to sense lockup.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
But if you don't have traction, you don't have lockup.
Well, yeah, essentially, yeah. Okay. But however, I mean, ABS is fantastic. Let me give you an example of this.
But with no traction, is ABS still good?
But it's good, but it won't stop the car because you need traction to stop.
Yeah, if you have no traction, it doesn't make any difference if you can have ABS, ABC, or whatever. Right. It doesn't make any difference.
So you're going to roll right into whatever you're trying to stop.
Well, you're going to skid into it. Okay.
Even with ABS, you will skid into it.
And some people need to understand at low speed on ice. At low speed, the ABS system just does not work the way it does at a little bit higher speed. I'm not talking about 60. I'm talking about just, a creeping parking lot speed. You can get yourself in trouble in a parking lot with ABS because it doesn't work at low speed. It doesn't work at the way it's designed to work at low speed. Okay.
And then traction control is when you're taking off, it feeds power to the wheels. It's opposite of an ABS.
Yeah.
Exactly the same though. It senses skidding.
It actually works on the same sensors a lot, right?
Yeah, wheel sensors.
Wheel sensors.
Absolutely.
So traction control for starting up is almost the opposite of ABS when you're stopping.
Essentially, because then the computer distributes again you're putting down power to
wherever you're getting
wheels,
grip.
Yeah,
wherever you're getting grip.
And so it distributes the power, but it doesn't create traction. People, you were just saying a minute ago, people get into an SUV and they're all-wheel drive, and they think, well, geez, I've got a lot more traction. You do not have more traction with all-wheel drive. What you have is better distribution of the power to 4 tires rather than more traction.
So what gets
the traction is limited by the tires.
Okay, so tires give you traction. So people who have all-wheel drives who say, I don't need snow tires, are wrong.
Well, and then you get into the discussion. This really gets kind of interesting because what's the most important element really is the contact of the road surface.
Right.
Or if you don't have road surface, you've got ice or snow.
Right.
Now you have contact to the ice or snow. So now
the more surface, the better.
But snow tires now becomes a question in regard to. We did for national television. We did a program with 3 different types of tires: studded snows, Blizzak, and a Toyo with ground up walnut shells in it, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, in an ice rink, by the way, both stopping, acceleration, and lateral G's. Okay, so now you'd think that on pure ice, you would think that the studded snows would be best. They're not. The Blizzak was much better in all control, acceleration, braking, and, by the way, turning and maintaining lateral contrul.
It has a very
Why
soft,
is that, though?
It has a very soft rubber, right?
Well, it's not
that
just soft
maintains
rubber.
contact.
Siping. If you you can. Siping is really a big deal, by the way. And let's talk about that in a minute. But essentially, if you took the concept as you took a bunch of material with little bitty little bitty air bubbles in it, okay?
Yeah.
Like a sponge, okay?
Yeah.
And you reduced all that in size. The compound on those multicellular tires, the compound is literally like that, and it literally grips
Tiny little
onto
grippers.
onto ice and snow.
And it has to be soft to do that, though, doesn't it? The
Well,
compound?
the compound is soft, okay?
Yeah.
But it's not just a soft compound.
No, it's
the
cellular.
structure of the compound.
Being multicellular.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, however,
tiny little, it's like an octopus. I mean,
literally, that's really a good metaphor,
Yeah.
okay? However, people need to, in the wintertime in Colorado, we'd recommend, get an extra set of wheels for your car and put on an excellent multicellular tire for the wintertime. It will blow your mind in regard to how much more traction you have.
All right, I need to talk, and we'll talk about siping coming up, but I want to talk to is it Tila?
Tila, yeah.
Tila. This is an unusual problem. Tell us what happened to your truck.
So we took our truck for warranty work to get an oil pan seal replaced at Ferguson GMC, and they lifted our dually truck on the wrong lift, and the truck fell off.
Now, we saw a still of this. Do we have that still picture? It fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the dealer then said, we will take care of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take care of it, get in a rental. We got the parts on the way. The only problem was when we started looking at it, I suspected frame damage, and I said, look, guys, I don't want you, the drive shaft was punctured, and I said, I don't want you doing this kind of work to my truck. I want to take it to a place I trust.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking it to somewhere you trust. So then what happened?
Yeah. So they did not want that to happen.
What do you mean by that? They didn't want it to happen?
They said, well, that's going to be a problem.
What, taking it somewhere that you want to get it repaired?
Yes.
Okay, then what?
So I asked for their insurance information, and they told me they filed a claim, and the insurance adjuster would be out 24 to 48 hours. Well, then they never filed a claim. So
well, I don't care if they file a claim or not, as long as they take care of it, but then what happened?
So we wait 3 weeks trying to go back and forth to them, try to trade the truck in.
Where's your truck during this 3 weeks?
At their lot.
Okay, and then what happened?
So this week, we had the vehicle towed to a frame shop.
Okay.
Where I paid to have it towed, and I paid to have it measured up.
Okay.
Enough it has frame damage.
All right. So far, so good. What happened then?
So then the owner says, well, I never authorized you to take your vehicle off my lot.
Well, they don't have to authorize you to take your own vehicle to look at. So what happened then?
Yeah. So the owner said the tow truck driver could have did that damage.
Oh, I see what he's saying. He's saying that, well, it's possible. I mean, that's easily discerned, though, whether the tow truck driver did damage or not. So then what happened?
So he said, you would be in your truck by now if you would just have let our shop fix your truck.
Okay.
And I said, well, I don't
think there's anything wrong with them wanting to fix it. I don't think there's anything wrong with you wanting to get it fixed or an independent eye. I see both sides. So then what?
So now he said, you need to go get estimates. And I said, so you're going to pay for it. He wouldn't give me anything in writing. He wouldn't agree to anything. He said, I already have an estimate how much it's going to take to fix your truck. And if you're not in that realm.
Well, here's the thing. He is going to pay for it if it's his fault. But here's the deal. No one wants to be taken advantage of, obviously. They don't want to turn this into a cash cow. They want to make sure it's taken care of. We're going to come back and talk to the owner and see what he has to say right after this.
That's why they can get a better deal on fixing it themselves, but it sat there for 3 weeks. They did nothing.
Oh, wait.
Come on now.
No. There's so much more to this. It's going to.
Oh, is there?
Oh, my God.
Well, went out back.
Oh, there is so much more. to
Really?
I don't see how there could be a lot more, but okay, I'll wait to hear.
What do you mean? There's a lot.
There's a lot more.
Why did it sit there for 3 weeks?
Because they didn't want it fixed at first. They wanted
They wanted to trade it.
They wanted to trade it in. The dealership agreed to trade it in. They were going to give them whatever Blue Book value was to it. Then they find out, these folks are from Florida, by the way. They're storm chasers.
Yeah.
They're in Colorado Springs because of the hail.
Okay.
So the reason they can't stripped all the emissions off the diesel. And of course, that's not only federally illegal, it's about 8,000 to 10,000 to put it back on. So they said we can't give you a trade-in on this. There's no fucking emissions. You took all the emissions off of it.
Okay.
So we're happy to fix it, or we're happy go get us some estimates. And as long as the estimates are in line, I don't care where you have it fixed.
Got it.
And they're upset because now they won't buy it because of the emissions thing.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
And where are they
8 to
from?
10 grand to get emissions back on if you strip them off of diesel?
Yeah, I mean, what are you stripping off of diesel for emissions, though?
Well, there's all
I
kinds of stuff.
don't know. What are they?
I mean,
Well,
what
you
are you
got the
stripping off?
you got scrubbers and everything in the exhaust. You got the
We do it at the shop.
Well, and it's got, you know, you got to pour that crap in now. All
Right,
that
that oil.
you got that whole system.
That injection.
Yeah, the blue
pull it
fluid.
all off.
Yeah, you take it off and you get it reprogrammed.
So,
Oh, you
Yeah,
guys
but-
can't hear the callers, man. That sucks. You need to bring this over here. And do we have a Y connector?
We have a Y
And then just plug
connector.
it. They can't hear it. I just realized they're sitting there.
So where are these storm chasers from?
Let me get that.
Is it legal to do that in Florida?
No, federally, you have
Oh,
to have
federal,
emissions, man. It doesn't matter what
No
state.
one
you're in. California's tighter
So
than
the
others.
customer
but-
never told the dealer that they stripped all this crap off of it.
No, not at all. And the reason they do is they pull around this huge, you know, they fix cars. They're storm chasers. They
Right.
fix hail damaged cars.
You know. Wow.
So they pull around all this equipment. When you strip all the emissions, you're going to get a hell of a lot
So
better
basically,
gas
the dealer
mileage.
said, "No go. We don't want the vehicle."
well, you have the regeneration system. Is
They've gone so far out of their way for these folks. It's unbelievable.
What dealership is this?
They would have had it fixed in 2 or 3 days, or they could have simply taken it and got estimates. Where they last left it, what she said, she left out a big part. They went down to one place. They go back to the dealer and say, we want you to fix everything they say is wrong with it, so agree to that. Without seeing an estimate or anything.
Oh,
They've got a stellar rep, too,
it's,
man.
it's amazing how much people
Colorado
know.
Springs. They've got about 400 reviews, 4.7, and I've never seen a dealership that high. I called some locals down there. They are stellar.
What's the deal? You know, it's amazing
Ferguson.
how much you help people out.
Ferguson,
But they don't give
GMC,
you all
and
the
Buick, or
facts.
Buick GMC.
It just blows me
But we
away.
always find out.
That's always how it. It's always two sides.
It's
you know.
like, then you find out.
Isn't it? It is funny how she left off the entire
Yeah, that's what-
emissions
right.
part. And she never. They didn't want it fixed at first. The reason it was there for 2 or 3 weeks was because they were going to do a trade-in.
Right.
They were going to give them full whatever the vehicle was worth. They were going to give them,
Which is
and they were going to cut them a deal on a new truck that was better than they'd get anywhere.
wow. I don't even say that.
But then, as soon as their people go through it, they're like, "Well, shit, there's no emissions on
So
this
let me ask
vehicle."
you guys something. If it wasn't for Tom and Mark with your, because I saw it out there this morning, it's really, really nice. I was wondering what it was doing out there.
For the price, it's ungodly beautiful.
Do you feel if it wasn't for Tom and Mark, you guys calling in and being listeners, if you would have done this all on your own, do you think you would have gotten the same results?
Never.
Yeah.
We were trying it on our own for like a week. I did call.
So the only
lawyer and
reason
everything.
why they
Like, we
did-
called a lawyer, to be honest.
Right.
My
The only
husband,
reason
who
why they
lives
did
in
what
Denver,
they
bought a
was
brand
What
like,
they did is because they listened to
20
the
grand.
radio show.
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
Tom, yeah.
And-
They know Tom and Mark's presence. Mark
bring
bring
it in for
3
warranty
hours.
work.
Right,
Excuse me.
before that,
Okay.
Deputy Dan
And
called a service manager, start local.
when
never
they
called back and
bring it
said,
in
"That's higher rate
for a
on
warranty issue that was electric,
8 weeks, they did nothing.
the dealership
And
calls
then-
them back and goes, "Hey, we
I
got
got
that
that
news,
on
but there's a
Mark.
bunch of other stuff
Yeah.
we've got to fix under warranty."
It's just that
The roof had bubbles in it, the wall was wavy.
My point is this. is
So
that if
they
you have a
said,
customer
"We're very busy right now. Can we do it
that
on
is
the off season?"
reasonable,
They said, "Well, as long as it's not a safety issue and we can use it, sure, of course."
we drop the ball with
Okay.
whatever we do.
So they pick it up. About a week later, they call back and say, "We're not going to be able to fix any of those because the manufacturer doesn't cover it." Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome.
303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Century RV is an RV dealer that we represent, and they're pretty cool people. up at Highway 119. They have all the major brands. They have new and used, and they have a service department. SentryRV.com. Sentry RV. And Steve Hada is up there, the owner. Go say hi to him. 303-453-1111. 453-1111. Welcome. Okay, let's keep talking. Tila says she had her truck at a dealership, Ferguson Buick GMC. It fell off the lift. Obviously, it was a mistake. And then she said it sat at the dealer for 3 weeks, and then she went and got an estimate on her own, and she wants to get it fixed. That's the story in a nutshell. During that 3 weeks, Tila, why did it sit there for 3 weeks?
Well, at first we were trying to trade the truck.
Why didn't you trade it?
The owner refused at the last minute to trade the truck.
Why?
Due to emissions.
Due to what?
Emissions.
Why? What do you mean due to emissions? What does that mean?
The emissions wasn't up to Colorado State. We're Florida residents.
What does that mean?
There was an emission. It wouldn't pass an emissions test in the state of Colorado.
Okay. Did you take the emissions equipment off the truck?
I did not take the emissions off. No.
Did anyone? Was there equipment removed from the truck? Emissions equipment?
Yes.
That's federal law. That's not state law.
I didn't remove anything. The truck broke down on us and quit working.
And you took the stuff. Somebody took it off. Was it taken off while you owned the truck?
While I owned it, yes.
Okay. I was wondering, because I was going to say, if you bought it with the stuff off of it, you could have gone back to that dealer and said, look, you cost us a lot of money here. But you're saying you guys are the ones that removed it. So you understand why that dealer could not take it and trade. That's logical. It's not that he backed out at the last minute. It's that he found out about the emissions problem at the last minute.
They couldn't sell that anywhere.
No, they cannot sell that truck. I can easily see why they would not take that and trade. However, I do believe they should pay for the damage. So what's the hang-up, Tila? What's the hang-up?
They would not let me take it to my own shop, and then the game started. Well, I didn't authorize it. Well, I didn't tell you your truck to leave my lot.
Here's the bottom line. You can take it anywhere you want, just like you can with an insurance job. But that doesn't mean you get paid anything you want. You get paid what it's worth. You can take it anywhere, but they don't have to pay anything. You understand the difference, right?
Did you bring them like 3 estimates?
No. We took it to the first shop.
And was their estimate, was their estimate at the first shop, how much was their estimate?
$3,400.
Okay.
His personal shop that did not include frame damage.
And how much is the frame damaged?
Right now it's 2 hours measuring it up and 2 hours to pull the frame. And our estimate, preliminary, not including cutting the rocker out, their estimate, they were going to Bondo repair the rocker, and ours is actually cutting the rocker out and replacing it the correct way. It even goes into the floor.
Well, I wouldn't accept Bondo either. So how old is this truck?
It's a 2015. We bought it brand new in 2014.
Okay, so you got an estimate of $3,400 from Ferguson, you're saying?
Yeah, and he didn't give it to me. I had to call the...
No, I understand. So what is the bottom line? They're saying $3,400. What are you saying it's going to cost to fix?
We're not even... we don't even have the total yet because it hasn't made it to the body shop.
Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. If it's fair, if it's real. I mean, I don't think that Ferguson can argue this, but I want you to give them the courtesy to talk. I'm going to put you on hold just to make sure, and I'm going to let Dave talk. From Dave Stock, the owner of Ferguson. They have excellent reviews. We've never gotten a complaint about him ever. I'm not sticking up for him. I'm just speaking facts here. It's not like I expected this. We've never heard about these people before, other than good stuff. So, Dave, it seems like a very simple problem. The truck was damaged, and they want it fixed. Where do you stand on that?
Absolutely, and we do it as well. And the win-win, again, for everyone in this is that no one was hurt.
Right.
The truck can be fixed.
Right.
God,
thank you.
The technician, no one around was hurt.
Good.
So we are prepared absolutely to take care from the minute it happened. We apologized profusely, put them immediately in a rental car, and had the owner of a reputable local body shop come to the dealership, inspect the damage, take pictures, prepare an estimate, and he told us it'd take about a week to fix it. We do the mechanical part of it, which consisted of a drive shaft and a running board. Well, actually, he was going to do the running board, but so they would have had it back in about a week. The thing that dragged on is initially they said, don't touch our truck. We're getting an attorney, and we don't ever want that truck back. Well, the wife said she would never feel safe in that truck.
Well,
again.
I understand that. It's an emotional reaction. I can understand that. Sure, go ahead.
So that's where it dragged out for time period. I mean, don't touch our truck, which we didn't.
Right, until we decide what we want to do. Now, Dave, bottom line, though, is this. I think I would also want someone else to look at it just as a second opinion. I'm not saying that you're dishonest, but I'm saying if it fell in your shop and you wanted someone you know to fix it, I would want to have that second guessed. I would want another estimate. And here's what I say. I don't care how many estimates anyone gets. It is what it is. And not a penny more, right?
Absolutely.
So what about frame damage? Is there frame damage? It seems like she feels you were overlooking the frame.
Well, I didn't. The owner of the body shop came over and inspected the vehicle, took pictures again, and prepared an estimate. So I'm not saying there is or there isn't. And the last conversation that I had with this lady is to prepare estimates and bring them back.
Okay, so that's where you left it. So you have not rejected an estimate yet?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I haven't even seen one.
All right, good. So, Tila, why haven't you brought an estimate back to them? They said, get them an estimate.
Yeah, that's where the games began, where he started saying, I didn't authorize you to take it off the lot. Well,
they don't have to authorize it, so I don't even understand that. Here's the thing. Right now, let's not live in tomorrow and yesterday land. Here's what I want to talk about. Are you going to get them an estimate? That's what he wants, and it's fair to ask.
I turned it in on my personal insurance because by his attitude and wanting to take my spouse out back and handle things,
by whose attitude? Whose attitude?
Dave.
Okay.
Well, so basically her insurance company will handle it then. They'll subrogate it out and it'll be what it is. This is probably the best answer.
Right.
Okay, so whose responsibility is it to pay for these estimates?
Well, first of all,
her insurance company will decide that now.
Her insurance company, if it takes measuring and it takes a few hours, that would be the at-fault party. Obviously, if you have to measure the frame to see if it's damaged, it would be the at-fault party. If it's obvious there's no frame damage and you just want to run up the bill, then there would be an argument. But I mean, I think it's fair to get a frame measurement after it drops off a lift. I think it's fair to want somebody else to fix it.
Well, they never said it wasn't fair.
No, I understand that. I think now that there was just Tila feels badly about it, so she puts it into her insurance. So you're putting it into your insurance. Do you have a deductible?
Yes, I do.
Okay. When your insurance company subrogates, they're going to get your deductible back as well. I mean, they will no doubt subrogate against Ferguson Buick's insurance company. But so right now, it's already turned in. Is that right?
Yes, as of 2 days ago.
Okay. So I guess there's no need to go on with this. I'm wondering, why did the call come in?
No, well, it was an email.
Oh, an email. I'm sorry. So you took care of it probably after the email was sent.
Correct.
Okay, I see.
She was just upset, I guess. I mean, honestly, I talked to this guy, and I talked to the service manager over there, Dave. I don't know why it even came to this. It seemed like everything was done straight, and, you know, I've got no dog in this fight. I never heard of these guys till I researched them. They've got great reviews. I called some locals I know. They've got a great reputation. I don't understand why she didn't just simply bring them estimates, and she made it sound like they wouldn't.
She keeps saying the games. Because she felt, I guess she felt offended that he said...
No.
What? Then why didn't you bring them estimates?
No, because he said he didn't authorize anything. Then he said, well, then we'll see where it's at. And I said, well, if I bring you a $4,000 estimate and it ends up being $5,000, he goes, no, absolutely. That doesn't happen. I said, yes, it does. It's called a supplement. No, we have a firm estimate. That is what we're paying. If it's not in the realm of the estimate I already got, then no. And I said, I'm trying to plead with him, sir, an estimate is an estimate. It's not firm. It's not in stone.
But, Tila, none of that matters. Why didn't you just bring him some estimates is all I'm saying.
Because I had to tow it from his shop to the frame shop. Then it's undrivable, so I would have had to pay to tow it from the frame shop to a body shop to get an estimate, then back to the frame shop to get the drive shaft put in. And meanwhile, he's saying, I'm not authorizing any of this, just so you know.
Well,
And
what
then
he's
he
saying
says,
is he's saying he doesn't want to be responsible for the extra cost because they were willing to fix it. So
then that's when he started saying that
Right.
the tow truck driver could have damaged it. So since I have photos and I had an independent appraiser look at it while it was on his lot, there's no you did extra damage to it, but that's the games he was trying to start to
well,
play.
you say games, though, and once again, I don't know this guy, and I don't know you, but the one thing you did say in your email, you never talked about this emissions. You made it sound like it sat there for 2-3 weeks, when the reality was you guys were trying to negotiate on a trade-in and never even told them all the emissions you guys stripped off there.
The service department did know, and I didn't strip any emissions off. Our truck broke down on us while I was pregnant on the road. We took it to a shop. We got our truck back working. What they did, I don't know. All I
Oh,
know
my
is that
God,
truck
you
came
got to
back
go
to us.
after them. I mean, they
that shop
did $8 grand of damage to your vehicle.
That shop did you wrong if they just pulled your emission stuff without telling you, Tila. But anyway, it's over. I mean, we're not going to do anything. Dave at Ferguson, they were willing to fix it.
They were willing to trade in and give them full Blue Book value for it until they knew the emissions were gone.
We have more coming up. All of your problems, questions, and complaints. Chris has a warranty problem. Vic has a car that was totaled. Amelia wants to talk about a doctor's MD service. I think doctor, residential, or whatever. And then Ed needs financial advice. All of this coming right up.
I got it. I want to disclose something on that.
We'll do that next.
What's that? I'll just say it on air because I don't want to argue about it.
Why don't you bring up the news, Dave, and take it out back?
Yeah, what happened there?
So like you.
No, I wait to hear what I'm going to say. I do. You know what? I do have bias in this. And I'm going to tell everybody I do.
$29.95 for a transmission diagnostic? Yes. Budget A1 transmission.
I don't know why they got to complicate life beyond.
They could have just fixed it and been out of there. We dropped now. I never spent a lot on a dropped one, but we blew an engine up on a damn brand new Ford E350 that had 5,000 miles on it. And I started looking at it. I'm going, okay, do I want to take this van, get a crate motor from Ford, and have this bay tied up forever, and do this and do that, or do I want to send it down to Ford and get this thing done? I shipped that thing down to Ford. If it was an old whatever and we're swapping a used motor, I would have done it right there. But and then these people were hard enough to deal with. I would have shipped them the hell out of there and had them fix it somewhere else anyhow.
Yeah, but part of it did you run into the deductibles on the insurance from the business and everything else.
Oh, the garage keepers.
But I mean, if you're looking at a $3,000-$4,000 repair, he may have a $2,500 deductible. So I mean, that's why he's trying to contain this and just write a check and fix it. He doesn't want to get his insurance, their insurance, everybody's insurance.
No, true, but
you know,
he didn't even care though. After talking to him, he didn't care. They wanted him to pay for like everything up front, towing it around town. He said it doesn't work that way. It just simply doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you can't just start racking on a bill.
But she would come in with the baby. She's got a baby, and she would hold it up in front of him and go, "I can't risk this little baby in that truck anymore."
I noticed she threw that in when the truck broke down while I was pregnant.
720-893-5555.
Like that was more of a breakdown.
And who brings their truck? Here's what happened. They brought that truck in, it broke down, they brought it in to get fixed somewhere. It had something to do with the emissions. They were hit with a $6,000 fix, and they said, well, we can't afford that. Is there anything else you can do? Well, yeah, I guess we can strip everything out of here. I mean, why else would a shop strip out their emissions? And it's a diesel. And a 2015 diesel's got a shitload of emissions in it. That's a clean vehicle.
Which all carry the best warranties in the industry. Don't buy internet.
Where'd they go to help there?
How are they going to get their plates when they remit?
So I went to a junkyard. Oh, we could go to a county without emissions. You have to convert coverage.
No, it's diesel's different. Does everybody have diesel emissions? Do you know, Ron? Do you have to get a diesel emission in every state?
Well,
Or Wyoming was they-
took
Oh,
my
Wyoming
not
was
where
they-
you type it.
Wyoming, Duncan County doesn't have emissions.
They do for diesel.
Neither does
Wyoming,
So
my husband said Wyoming.
Yeah, for diesel, they have them.
Even for diesel?
He's a diesel mechanic, yeah. So
Okay.
they're exempt in Wyoming.
In parts of Colorado.
But if a shop rips off all your emissions, I mean, that's illegal in general, right?
Absolutely. Well, the emissions is exempt, but you're not allowed to strip them.
You know, you're out of that, you know. You're out of all that stuff. $8,000, you guys said.
But,
Well, no, isn't it
but
illegal
how
for
do
a
they,
shop?
here's what I want to know, how do they even pass the next emissions test? They can't, because, so they never get re-registered?
They re-register in the town that doesn't require it.
But they have to literally have an address there.
These guys,
Or know
Figure it
someone.
out, yeah.
but they
Or
live,
know someone
they
that
live
lives
out of their RV. They don't have like, I think their physical address is wherever the RV is. That's why they got that big dually that pulls around their fifth wheel.
It's got to have an address.
I don't know if you, well, what happens if you don't have an address?
No, permanent, even people with RV that live in their RV.
Still have to have a permanent
It's
residence.
somewhere.
Delaware.
The odds are that wherever
I
they
don't
came from
actually
in
know
Florida,
if there is a
does
legal
not require
requirement to have an
emissions.
address.
I don't know, there is.
I mean, it's
A
very.
lot of people remove that stuff. You get a whole lot.
What if you spend 2 months
Well, I mean, who's to say you
in
must
6
have,
different places?
who's to say you must have an address?
We've had some that we stripped out.
I don't know of any law that says you must have an address.
I don't know of one either.
I'm telling you what.
I mean, people do just to get stuff. But if it's a P.O. box,
I hate being behind those, they're rolling coal, pulling that tractor up the hill.
You ever see those smoke bombs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's just crazy.
I like those
They
train
trip-
horns better than the smoke bombs.
Yeah, I'd love to get one of those.
I saw the smoke one though, a YouTube video. He literally pulled in front of a Prius, brought it down to make sure the Prius slowed down behind him. It dumped a bomb on him. You couldn't see through the window.
smoke.
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
smoke. Yeah.
You can't see. It's like
How
a
do you
whiteout.
dump it?
I don't know.
Rocky's Auto, 63rd in Federal, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8, 303-426-4646. Not only a large selection when it comes to cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, colors, makes, models, years, but also a big variety in financing, 40 lenders to choose from. That's 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Oh, that's our number. I mean, Rocky's is 303-426-4646. Rocky's, 63rd and Federal. That's 303-426-4646. Now,
have you ever given your cell number out on accident over the air? Never. Or home number?
No, never.
Okay.
No, thank goodness. Hey, let's talk to our guest today about the RV. This was great. We have Shannon and Raphael with us, and they bought from Lazy Days an RV, a brand new one. Or was it? It was a trailer, right? A trailer with RV, right? A big one. Fifth wheel, is it? And that's a bumper pull out there. That's a
Show
big
her the
one.
mic.
That's a big one right there. Okay, just turn on. Okay, tell us about your first experience with that trailer you bought.
It was a 2016. It was new. It was
2016. You bought it brand new. Okay.
Brand new, off the lot there, camper, and we took it. We came in on June 1st just for electrical, and they needed to do a new electrical board.
Yeah.
And then that's when we
warranty
found out.
work.
Correct. And
Okay.
so then that's when we found out
They made a list of defects.
that was not disclosed to us at the time.
Well, but they said, hey, we got to fix this stuff.
Correct.
And Lazy Days did that, and they really meant it to be of a service to you. They said, hey, these things are wrong. We need to fix them for you under warranty. Then they found out it wasn't under warranty.
Correct. Cosmetic is what Forest River, the maker of the coach.
So the manufacturer said, we're not going to warranty this. This is cosmetic. And you said, but it was sold to me this way.
Correct.
And if I knew there were bubbles all over the roof and stuff like this, or it was going to bubble, at what point did you notice these defects? If you did not notice them,
Tom,
before,
they called her and said, we've got to fix this other stuff.
But that's what I'm getting at. They couldn't have been that bad. You didn't even notice them, did you?
No, we didn't know about the bubbles in the roof until we got the all the issues wrong with our trailer, and that's when my husband went to the roof. You cannot go on the roof and look when you purchase for safety measures.
Okay.
My husband was not able to even look on the roof.
Okay, so then
when
he
you
went
leave,
up,
you
he
don't.
looked, he saw some bubbling. You had a wall that was out of square.
There's a wavy wall, and there was a claim that there is debris under the roof as
Okay.
well. Those
So
are the
you were
things that are-
very frustrated.
Correct.
You were frustrated, and I think a lot of it comes down on Forest River, the manufacturer, because they said, hey, this is within our quality standards. And then I think the local Lazy Days dropped the ball. I really do.
Communication was not good.
So when we did the show and you came on the show, I can't believe what this other guy did. Was he a vice president?
Oh, what an outcome. Yeah, the VP flew.
He flew in here personally after hearing about it, and I truly believe he did not know about it before this.
There's no way he did.
He did not.
When he found out about it, he was upset and said, this is not the way Lazy Days does business. And you were shocked. I was shocked. I'm going to post the video in a little while. Everybody was shocked. Tell us what happened.
So we met with Ron, the vice president of Lazy Days, this week ago Thursday, and he wanted to make it right, even just to, just buy back our trailer, our camper. And we said, okay, but he's like, if you'd like to look at something else, don't worry about the MSRP right now. Let's just go look to see, because I know you're, we told him.
Really?
Okay. Family members.
So did you pick this out?
Well, Randy, the salesman, we love there, he's excellent. He said, I'm going to take you to the first one, North Trail, excellent brand. I refer this to friends.
I saw it. It's beautiful.
He's like, this is what, I know will work great for you
and your family. Is it the same size that you had?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
So you went
totally
to this.
Different. I mean,
brand new. It's a 2001.
18. It was only on the lot 2 days.
And it has everything in it.
Everything in it. We looked at it.
It was even more expensive than yours.
Oh, yeah.
And then what?
And
almost double.
What? Wow. Almost double.
Well, the yes. Correct.
Okay, then what?
So then we came back.
And you thought you would have to maybe pay a difference?
Correct. And my husband and I said, looking at that, maybe that's what we'd have to do. And then in the end, we also said, we don't want to go off that MSRP. That's way more than what my loan was. And in the end, we got a brand new 2018 North Trail for the same loan amount as our original.
They swapped you out a brand new unit better than the one you had.
Way better.
Double.
North Trail.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. We were shocked. And
can you believe? No difference. They didn't make him pay a dime.
We didn't ask for it either. This is what he wanted to do to make it right for us. Ron did.
Now you have to tell you that this guy knows how to do business, and he has authority with Lazy Days. Yeah, no, I'm serious. And I'll bet you, behind the scenes, they gave hell to the
local. I bet they did to the locals, the communication.
And to the manufacturer.
Yeah, hey, I got to ask you, I mean, yours are different. You had, the bus style, but I never heard of this cosmetic. So you're telling me, long as it's safe, Forest River, so I could have a dent the size of a hot tub in there, and long as it's not a safety issue, Forest River could give a crap?
I've never read their warranty.
Yes, well, so we took it for a second estimate. We were told to do that from the Great Outdoors in Evans, which did they did a full warranty, look over pictures. It was amazing. They were so awesome. And they still, that's when Forest River was still going to deny it. And they did thorough. They sent us all 15 pages of that document.
I'm not so enamored with Forest River.
I just never heard of it. I mean, what is a warranty for then? If it's only for safety issues, that seems just crazy.
I don't think they're all like that, Mark. I think that's just something they said to get out of it. Meaning, here's what they mean. If you have an RV and you use it a while and there's some scratches or a door is off center.
That's not what this was, though.
No, I know, but I think they're saying they don't cover cosmetic damage, just like a car warranty doesn't. A car warranty won't cover cosmetic damage.
Not that you caused, but if it was something the manufacturer did, of course Chevy would cover it.
They said it wasn't leaking yet, and that is why, and which meant not yet.
I don't know what cars would do. If you bought a car and didn't notice something, and there was something cosmetic.
It happens all the time. They'll have a bad paint job on a brand new car from the manufacturer. It fades too early. It does something. It's covered.
Yes.
That's all. I mean, that's not a safety issue. Paint. How about a rim? How about a nice rim?
Yeah. So the good news is, I want to say Lazy Days came through big time.
Oh yeah.
And you have a new one, a new trailer, North Trail. It's beautiful. We'll have a video posted soon. Thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate it. I know you have to run.
And thank you so much.
Okay.
Without you guys, we wouldn't have.
Now, are you going to go camping before the end of the season?
Yep,
Where are you
next weekend,
going?
Labor Day. We go up to Red Feather.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good time, guys. All right. That's a great story. A great story. I want to quickly talk to Eugene. Eugene, what's going on with you, Eugene? Eugene. Okay, he's not there. Okay, Amelia, what's going on, Amelia?
I have a contract with a company called Residential MD. They provide homeowners insurance for appliances.
Oh, okay. So when you bought the house, there was an MD policy on it, right? Or did you buy it?
I bought the policy after I bought the home. Here's the thing. I'm mentally disabled and due to an accident, and my memory is placed in the second percentile. I have amnesia.
For long-term or short-term?
Forever.
So do you have a caregiver?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so
Now,
you bought this policy, and what's wrong with it?
They will not fulfill their end, and they've taken me for thousands of dollars.
All right, why don't you hold on, and we'll come back and talk about that, because that's really important that we talk about it, okay? By the way, while I have our full audience from Colorado Springs all the way up to Fort Collins, I want to tell you about Raleigh House, which is a treatment center, or they have multiple locations for addiction. If you are an addict and you're listening, I'm really happy you're listening, and I hope you take some action. We established this phone line for family and loved ones of addicts. If you have someone, an alcoholic, someone addicted to meth or pain pills, opiates, whatever, and you need help, this number is established for you to call, and then they'll help you communicate with the addict in your life to get them at least to start looking at treatment options. And then while you're on the phone, Raleigh House will tell you all about their treatment options, which handles all of the medical and behavioral stuff from blood work all the way to counseling. And they'll tell you all about their program and more. So give them a call at 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559. I just want to say something. If there's an addict in your life, there's no obligation when you call this number. It will never get better on its own. 720-893-5559, theraleighouse.com.
Yeah, they're helping people out. Man, that's awesome.
Okay, so,
I'm going to take all my equipment back now.
Wow.
Mark's got his eye on those headphones.
Yeah.
those fancy headphones.
Gold ones? Who's that?
It's like Don King's headphones.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that, yeah.
So I'm going to put you back on
That's
these,
his drill.
Mark.
So,
this
fight tomorrow. You guys know about this thing?
Okay.
So it's Mayweather versus, who is it?
McGregor. I hope McGregor beats him.
Thanks for your patience.
So here's,
Pat.
if the bet I was looking at, for every 100 you win 2,000. If McGregor wins by decision, I mean, it seems like it's definitely a long shot. But it does not seem that insane to me. The other guy's like 85 years old or something.
40 and he's 28.
Right. No, you'd have to go with the McGregor.
But they're not fighting MMA, they're boxing.
Yeah. I know. That's where the whole thing comes in.
It's a whole different animal.
So what do you
I
think?
totally agree with you, Ken.
So what happens in the boxing ring if the guy kicks him in the head?
It's over.
It's over.
He's disqualified.
Yeah, he loses the fight.
Is that what will
and
probably
loses all his
happen?
money.
No, he will not do that.
So you're telling me once that adrenaline's up and you're going and you're used to fighting
You
one
get an
way?
elbow or a knee or something. It's in the contract.
But don't you think there's a good chance that'll happen? Just not like
what will happen?
That he'll throw an elbow.
If he's down and out and losing and stuff, he might.
Almost.
He's a hothead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just the fact that that's what he does.
Yeah, he's so well trained though. I don't see that
He's
ever
not
happening.
well trained, no.
McGregor?
What if he bites his ear?
Come on.
Oh wait,
That's
boxers
fair.
have done that.
That's fair.
That's fair. Biting ears.
Well, Tyson's bitten off ears.
Yeah, holy
And he did get disqualified.
I think they were just.
I hope
too much
McGregor
shock.
beats him. But the bet should be on McGregor. 'Cause I don't know
Well,
what
the
the
thing is,
payoff.
yeah, but
absolutely
McGregor's
not.
not going to touch him.
Oh, come
Mayweather
on.
is
Yeah,
not. No,
I
Mayweather.
agree.
No, it's going to be move and dodge, move and dodge. He's not wrestling.
He's very good at
These
doing that.
MMA, they always get him to the floor,
Oh,
and that's
he's
when they
great at
win.
moving and dodging.
Mayweather's spectacular. He's 56 and he's old.
I knew he was 56
Mayweather
years
is
old.
No, 56 and old.
He's
His
never
record.
he's undefeated.
Right.
56
Well,
years.
Yeah, he's
It's
40.
time for everything.
But he fights a boring fight.
How old is
Everybody gets this big.
How old is Mayfield?
40.
Oh, really?
And the other guy's 26.
28.
Then I'm going for the 40.
We're not talking
McGregor's
girls.
not going to put a glove on.
You think so? Oh, no.
His whole career, Mayweather is avoiding getting hit.
Literally his whole
Yeah,
career.
that's how he fights.
Who?
Mayweather.
Who's reach? Who's got the reach?
He's not going to sit there and go toe-to-toe with this kid. There's no way.
You got a boxer fighting an MMA guy tomorrow in a boxing match. Mayweather versus this other dude.
Yeah, but he can't do the other stuff. He has to do.
He has to box.
Right.
Correct. So, but one is 40 plus, the other is 28
But
or
it's
below.
like getting a street fighter to come in to fight a boxer. It's not even close to fair.
As it would be the same if Mayweather was in a UFC ring.
No,
you're killing.
No, yeah.
Right.
He destroyed. Yeah.
Right.
Totally
But I don't
agree.
know. I
Totally
think
The age difference is so massive, though.
Mayweather only
When was
2 years ago.
Mayweather's last fight?
2 years ago?
Yeah, year and a half.
Oh, I thought it was way longer.
No.
But he's in tremendous shape.
Yeah, I'm sure
he's
he's
a
been
warrior.
training like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of pissed off.
Okay, so what's your prediction on the fight?
Oh, I think it goes the distance.
It goes the distance.
Either that or he wigs out because he's going to get frustrated trying to hit him.
Actually, though, the MMA guys used to get knuckle busted, man. Now you've got gloves
McGregor's
on.
going to get frustrated
But
trying
this-
to hit
oh,
him.
this,
and they're better gloves
He's a
too.
coach. You can't.
So he's you know.
I
that's gonna
wonder
be
who's
heavier.
got the reach, though, honestly.
Probably McGregor.
I don't know if it even
McGregor's
matters,
a little
though.
Right, I was going to say that. I think
But Mayweather's going to see his roundhouse coming from the parking lot. I mean, it's nothing, you know.
Oh, McGregor moves very well. But he moves really good.
He moves really good on the ground. Most MMAs end on the ground. They're like tapped out.
He's got good stand-up. You're right. He's got good stand-up. But still, it's a boxer.
So you guys say Mayweather's going to win, right?
That's all. I think.
Well, my God, the
I don't
biggest
see it
odds
going the
are
distance
ridiculous.
He's going to get destroyed.
Oh, I got
100 to win 2,000, or you got to bet $3,600 to win 100.
Oh, God.
No, McGregor could just keep on running around.
I might put 100 just for the hopes that something crazy happens, but I think I'm throwing it away. Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK.
Hey, can I give a little full disclosure here?
You wanted to say something before. Is this what it was that you didn't want to argue about?
Yeah, I got to tell you. So that call with the dealership, Ferguson, okay?
The one where the truck dropped off the lift.
Dropped off the lift.
And the woman wanted to take it somewhere else to be fixed, and then
Yeah.
she said that the dealer wasn't being forthcoming, and the dealer said we were willing to fix it.
Well,
If she didn't get us an estimate, then she said I turned it into my insurance. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyhow, when I read her email, she left out a lot of stuff. She ultimately came through and told us on the air about, you know, the emissions and everything else. She left out a lot, but here's what really bothers me, and it's not fair to them, but you know what bothers me about that caller more than anything?
She's a storm chaser.
She's a freaking storm chaser from Florida, and I don't trust them. So, and I am biased now for, I'm telling you, I don't trust them, even though they might have not been lying, they did leave a lot of stuff out in their email. Typical storm chaser. They follow the hail. It's the only reason they're in the Springs right now.
Are they roofers?
No, they're worse. They're the damn auto body ones that do Flexident's
Don't
a good
say
guy.
like Flexident. They're nothing like Flexident,
No.
you idiot. I mean, they're not Flexident. That's the problem. No, I'm serious.
Of course.
That's the problem. Because Flexident has all these fly-by-nights coming into town, putting up tents.
Guys like these.
Right. And you got it. There's a difference. Now, hold on. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Literally, Flexident is in town all the time.
The owners.
Permanent location.
Yes.
All the time. Multiple locations all the time. They don't set up just for a storm. They've been around in town 26 years, the owner, Nick. So please, FlexidentColorado.com. Do not just go, when you drive down the street and you see a tent and it says paintless dent repair, don't just pull in. I'm serious. You don't know what you're getting. And
when there's a problem a week later, they're in a different state.
So FlexidentColorado.com, 303-619-6273. By the way, these guys are golden, and they can get you right in. 303-619-6273, FlexidentColorado.com. So they are these storm chasers that come and set up the tents then.
Yeah, I know. So is it fair?
No, I'm serious. That's what they do.
That's exactly
so
what they do.
So that's your biased.
And wouldn't you agree, that's probably not a fair bias because it has nothing to do with what they do, but the fact that they BS'd a little in their email, left out very important things, then I find out what they do for a living. Can I help myself?
No, I understand what you're saying. Now, Suzanne, what bone do you have to pick since we're doing family hour here? Go ahead.
Okay, so this is kind of a follow-up problem from Monday, Tom. When you were out for the eclipse, we were talking about Mark hoarding boxes, and now I have a follow-up problem.
What is it?
So last night, he comes home from Sam's with some Sonic Care toothbrushes, new ones, to replace our old ones. Okay, so great, I love it. So he says to me after I open the boxes and I start using my new toothbrush, he says, Suzanne, don't throw your old one away.
It still works.
It's 10 years old, Tom.
It works perfect.
It's
Sonic Care is the best brand.
No, I have Sonic Care. Why'd you buy a new one?
Well,
because
the new one,
mine was 10 years old. I needed a new one.
She wanted a new one.
You have the one with the big screw-on head, and the new one is the pop-on, right?
That's
right.
I have the new
real
one.
Heavy, but I can't believe it. He said
would you
to
throw
keep
away,
it, Tom.
Would you throw away the old ones even though they work perfect? Would you? Honest to God.
No. What I would do...
Thank you.
I would use it in the shop. They make excellent. I do. I take
like a cleaner.
Their parts cleaner's perfect.
I do a little... I clean small parts with them. I love them for that.
Tom, you've solved my problem.
Yeah. So you take it and you put it in a little solvent. You buy those brushes. That's what I use it
That's
for.
one of them. Guess what I'm going to do with the other one?
They also clean grout. If you have a stain on grout, I love them.
You guys are both... That's true. One of them. Remember, there's two of them. It's a two-pack.
But I wouldn't keep them for a toothbrush since I already have
Of course not. One was going to go right to the garage on the charger. The other one, literally, I'm going to switch over to do our dog's teeth. I'm not kidding.
That's a good idea. It's a great idea.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, so in your face.
Now, here's the other thing. I hoard boxes, too. I used to. Because when you want to return stuff, they penalize you or won't take it.
And where do I do most of my shopping?
Right.
Amazon.
They want
Tom,
original packaging.
We don't need them 2 and 3 and 4 years.
No. You just keep them. I keep them for a few months, or I keep
Mark
them until
keeps them
until the return period is over.
That's what I said, until they're out of warranty. But can we just throw them away after a year or two?
Yeah, of course. You keep them after that, Mark?
He's crazy.
Most people do, Tom.
After a year or two, Mark?
Yes, we found that out during the show. Most people agreed with me, and yes, most people keep boxes a long time.
The only reason I would keep them, when you transport a printer or a computer...
Or an LCD television.
It's nice to have that original box. That's true.
Thank you.
That's true, but no, I don't keep them after the return dates. I keep them for about 6 months.
And then how about shoe boxes?
I never keep shoe boxes.
Well, then how are you going to look at the next eclipse?
What?
You make the little hole in the shoebox and you see the eclipse come through.
Is that how people do it?
Yes.
I never use that. And no, I don't keep boxes. You just like boxes, basically.
Well, we've got a big storage room.
Vic, what's going on with your car, man? What's happening?
Hello?
Yeah, your car was totaled. What's going on?
Yeah, it was. We got T-boned, and under your advice, we got John Fuller, and we're well pleased with him.
Good. Fuller is a great guy, by the way. And I want to just tell you something. I don't want you to rush, so I'm going to take you right after the break. Now, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to come up with a value for your property, for your car?
No, we've already done that. We just need advice on how to get one, how to get...
Oh, okay. You hold on. We'll help you out right up. Coming up. Find out the true condition of...
Really, the best way to make this happen, they figure what they want, they get a price. Let them go anywhere and get a price. The problem is some of these dealers are so good, they end up buying that day. That's the problem with helping people shop with cars. And if they're under 30, it's almost impossible. Drew, I was going to help Drew. The first play, I told him, go and get a price on what you wanted. He bought the first one he went and saw. I said, Drew, why didn't you call me? He goes, oh, it was great. I love the car. A Hyundai.
Drew bought a Hyundai? Did he get rid of his Jeep?
God, I hope so.
Drew, did you get rid of your Jeep?
I did.
What'd they give you for a trade-in? $8? Sold that in
No, I didn't trade. I gave it to my dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, kept it in the family.
But he's a perfect example of someone that goes shop for a car. Their intention is they're going to shop around, and the one sales guy gets them the first time in the door, and they're done.
Did he just buy a new house and a car? He's making a lot of money.
It sounds like it was hot.
Well, that'll work too. What was his name?
More than a decade, heads for the Texas Gulf Coast.
What kind of Hyundai did he get?
As you can imagine,
Launcher.
the stores all through.
Launcher's a hell of a good car. That's what you guys want to know. You guys run Elantras, or are they Accents?
Elantra.
Okay. I love Hyundai.
We just last three new cars we bought just
People in
last.
Galveston, Harvey now, Category 2, expected to make landfall as a 3 possibly.
Why'd you switch? Just all pricing?
No. Pricing was good with Mazda, but the studies on the Mazda, on the new Mazda 3s.
Oh, safety stuff.
Fantastic.
Oh, cool.
20 others were killed in this attack.
Functional studies. We had some difficulties with the Hyundais on that.
Progressive.
On what?
Your handbag business with reversible top notch is top notch.
Not major.
In fact, there's no other notch at the tippity top. Your top notch.
So we've been.
You probably don't get. When you use it for commercial use, you don't get a 100,000-mile warranty, do you?
Sure.
Oh, you do? Wow.
Top notchers, notch
I didn't know they did that.
I mean, it's just
now.
Driving.
We get there quicker.
ProgressiveCommercial.com.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You just simply, yes, you're right.
For many businesses, hiring is tough. You want access to highly
Friend of
qualified
mine
candidates
works
fast.
for you. Jim
You don't
Maria?
want to sign a long-term contract or pay upfront fees. That's why you need Indeed.com. Delivering 6 times more hires than any other job site, according to independent research.
We have several Wall Street coaches that I just don't get involved in the training. So.
Sponsored job. Yeah. Redeem this offer at Indeed.com.
He's never heard of him. Your friend's lying to you. Doesn't even work.
I'm going to pull him up.
He actually works at McDonald's.
Sunny today with a high around 90. Tonight partly cloudy and a low of 59. Tomorrow sunny with a high of 91.
So I bought Kroger yesterday. It was down 8%. Now it's up 4.
I mean, you know,
I made 4%. I'm not selling it yet.
Did you ever get rid of deer?
Nope, still got deer, but I sold. I took an $1,800 hit on fucking Amazon. I don't think it's coming back for 3 months, and I just rather move the money around.
Deer was done.
I sold Amazon and bought all the. I actually made my $1,800 back on Kroger overnight. I knew it was a good idea just take the loss on that. That's the hardest part about day trading. You got to get mentally through. Sometimes you just take the damn loss because you can make another move and just move on. So you just take it and go.
Instead of wholesale the world's finest fitness equipment.
Yeah.
We're celebrating 20
Well, I mean, I know Amazon will be well over 1,000 in the next 6 months, but in this particular account, I'm not a long-term guy. I'm 1 or 2 days. So I dumped it. I took about an $1,800 loss yesterday. I bought Kroger last night, and I've already made my $1,800 back. That's my whole point. So now I'm even Steven from my loss. You know what I'm saying?
How did you know to buy Kroger?
Because it dropped 8% last night over nothing news. And what I mean by nothing is the deal was announced. Amazon bought Whole Foods, and they already took the hit. Kroger dropped 10% when that happened, and then they just announced yesterday the deal will be done Monday, and they took another 7% hit because it's going to be Monday.
That actually closed pretty quick, didn't it?
What?
See, Costco, I think, is a big one because that's where Costco hit. Costco is not even going to be a competitor against. You do that for Mark does day trading and all that? No. To the down, but that's where Whole Foods was Amazon said about it, and that's yesterday right there. I can't believe you said that. Costco shop to a couple of sections. Everybody is absolutely a fan. Costco, Sam's.
Oh, so I like Sam's Club food too, but yeah, Costco's really good. I don't know. Here's why I say that. I'm talking purely steaks. I like Sam's steaks better.
Than Costco?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't.
Have you ever had Sam's steaks?
Yeah, and we won't buy Sam's steaks.
I love Sam's steaks. What steaks do you get?
$1.42.
Oh, nothing beats the dollar.
The ones that are about that big. Yeah, I like the New York strip.
That's what I get a steak.
Yeah.
I like a good ribeye, but man, I'm starting to like strips better.
well insured. And their homeowner's insurance.
One time at Costco, I bought a the full loin and had them chop up tenderloins for me. It was like $150, but it was way cheaper than buying them individually.
We buy pork roll, and do cut those in about that thick down, and then marinate them in spices
Because you're saying,
and we freeze them.
that's what we do, sure.
And then we'll bring out 3 or 4
So in
of
other words,
those.
you were going to take your
I do that with
raising
chicken wings
They
too.
don't have insurance?
That if they get
Oh,
hurt,
yeah.
that the homeowner's
You
not liable.
basically marinate them, keep the marinade in the bag, and then you deep freeze it, and then when you're done, you just defrost it, and man, they are delicious.
Sure. Wow.
I like teriyaki, but what do I like the best? I mean, I do all kinds of marinades. The last teriyaki marinade I made was beef jerky in the dehydrator. Did you tell her? And I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't know why.
Was totally wrong. Whiskey, maybe a little orange apple.
All right. Good one.
Barbecue general.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. It's car day today, but we'll talk about more than just cars, and I want to go to Vic. We left off with Vic, and Vic said he was in an accident, by the way. He went to John Fuller for personal injury. By the way, John Fuller is a great guy at Fuller Law, and I highly recommend him, but he needs more advice. His car was totaled, and what kind of advice do you need, by the way, Vic?
Well, I have 4 questions. First,
all right, go ahead.
First one would be, when we go to buy a new car, you only drive them for 10 or 15 minutes, so what kind of tests would you all recommend that I do with the car while I'm driving it?
Are you buying a new or used car?
We're going to have to buy a used one.
Okay. If you buy a used car, before you even drive it, I mean, you can drive it if you want, but there's no test. You just drive it. But I got to tell you something. You got to have the car checked out.
Well, what kind of, I mean, what's your dollar range?
We could go up to 25,000.
See, he could buy something. I agree, you get it checked out, but he could buy something that's completely under a manufacturer's warranty still, too.
Right, that's true. If you can get a certified Hyundai, you'll get the balance of the 100,000 10-year warranty, whatever it is. Or if you go to another type of car, they all have used car programs that carry on the manufacturer's warranty. Don't buy an extended warranty on a used car. I'm just going to tell you, don't do it. Just don't do it. If you can get a manufacturer's warranty that's still on the car, fine. The other thing is, as far as driving, I'll ask, we have guests today, and one of them is Ron Langford, Master Drive. What would you do if you were test driving a car, Ron? What would you check?
Well, this is really a good question, by the way, because just test driving and driving around the block or driving around 3 blocks and whatever, what are you really testing? Okay, it goes down the road.
Well, that's why I said you have the car checked out. Don't try to find problems in a test drive. But for drivability, what would you test?
Well, first of all, you want to test or at least get used to and see what the car will do from a handling standpoint, from a braking standpoint. That is just every car will drive down a street.
And turning radius.
Well, turning radius.
That's important for a lot of people.
There's some pickup trucks that have a little bit longer turning radius, etc. Most cars are, they're going to fit within a certain ratio. That's not really a problem. However, I would suggest taking it out to on the weekend, especially like a vacant parking lot. And take it up to, really accelerate up, get a feel for the acceleration, and then really go into the brakes. I mean, not just kind of sort of brake, but really go into the brakes and get the feel for the control of that car. And to then also accelerate up to about 25, 30 miles an hour. This has to be in a parking lot, by the way, that is absolutely totally vacant. But 25, 30, 35 miles an hour, and then just back and forth, hand-to-hand control back and forth with the steering to get the feeling of how the dynamics side-to-side handle, etc., and just get a feel for the car. Just driving around the block does not give, it's not a test drive.
Okay.
Now, remember, that doesn't substitute getting it checked out by a mechanic or by like AutoMDs or SOS inspections Norris over at SOS, or one of our guys on the referral list that they'll do pre-buy inspections. What would you charge for a pre-buy inspection, either of you? Let's talk. Our other two guests, we have Mark Machowski, Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. How much?
We're running a special right now at $85.
For a pre-buy?
Yeah, pre-purchase inspection.
Okay, what do you go? You won't. Will you go over the body to see if it was wrecked? You don't do that.
No, we actually do check that too.
You do?
We'll check the frame,
and then
we'll check the body, we check
good.
everything.
Okay, Kevin, Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech, what do you charge?
Yeah, we're closer, $100, and it's the same thing. We'll do a diagnostic, electronic diagnostic, test drive, just overall conditions.
All right, and so that's wise too. What are you looking for? What kind of car are you replacing?
We're replacing a Honda Pilot, and we'd like to get the same thing. We really like the one that got totaled.
Are you going to go to a dealer?
I'm not sure. That's another question. We went to this broker. Can I mention the name?
Yeah, sure.
H.M. Brown.
Yeah, they're good people.
Do you think they're more honest than a regular car dealer?
Yeah, no, not more honest. I think it depends on the dealer. Like if you went to Planet Honda, you're not going to get more honest than them. So H.M. Brown, yeah, they're good people. So is Planet Honda. But if you go to another kind of Honda dealer, and I don't know of any right offhand, I'm not thinking of one, but it might not be as honest. So you have to talk specifics. I can't say in general that brokers are better than dealers. Some brokers are, some aren't.
Yeah, AutoNation Honda, do you know anything about them?
Not bad. I would go to Planet. If I'm going to go to a dealer, it would be Planet Honda.
Where are they?
I think they're in Golden.
They're in West Colfax and Golden.
Oh, gosh.
West of 6th Avenue.
It's worth a drive.
No, it's not even that far from here.
And 6.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Well, we're in Brighton.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're buying a car, it's worth it. You don't have to go there for all your service, but if I'm just telling you, you're asking me where I would go for a Honda or a Hyundai. That's where I would go, period.
Okay, how about prior history of a car?
Carfax.
Carfax is pretty good.
What year are you looking for on those? Because, I mean, even Rockies has a couple pilots down there. I just looked on their site.
Yeah, of course, you can always check Rockies. They have a lot of different makes and models, but they're not going to have as much variety in one model. If you're hell-bent on one kind of car, you may only find one or two there. So that's why I asked about a dealer. But how many do they have, did you say, Mark?
They got a couple, but, I mean, you're talking 04s and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's looking for. 20 grand, you're going to, I mean, Rockies, this price is unbelievable, but he wants something newer.
I don't know what year you want.
I got to tell you guys something, or ask you guys something. When I'm selling a car, I have the luxury of showing the car to our customer, or potential customer that wants to buy that car, by bringing it in the shop, getting it up in the air, and letting my customer look at it. I wonder if other dealers would do something like that. The customer says, yeah, I really like the car. I want to do a pre-purchase inspection.
I would never.
But Mark, you know what you're looking. You know what you're looking at.
Well, the customer could at least, the dealer could raise the car up on the lift.
I would recommend they don't trust the dealer to do that. Get it independently checked.
I agree with that. But after they do their initial inspection, the potential buyer, and everything looks real clean underneath, then they do the pre-purchase inspection. I wonder if Rockies would allow that, or any other dealer.
No, Rockies will have you can take it somewhere, but
they might not even have lifts.
I don't think any dealers are going to let you in the shop to look at the car. I just don't think they will. I mean, they might. I might think Rowley would do it, but I think they have all kinds of
Janicelli, Colorado Springs Dodge would, but most people aren't going to ask this. And like you said, who cares? That's who you're buying it from, Mark. You want to bring it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But most people don't know what they're looking at.
There are some dealers that are exceptions. But even, like if I'm buying a used car from Rowley, if he told me, Tom, this is a great car, we checked it out, I wouldn't get it checked if he told me that. I wouldn't get it checked. But if he said to me, I'm not sure, we just got it in, then I'd get it checked or ask him to do it. Certain dealers I would do that with, but certain ones I would never do that with. I mean, it just depends on who you're dealing with, right? I mean, I always say get your car checked, get your car checked, get your car checked. But there are exceptions to everything. So
let me make a fast comment. Yeah. We buy a lot of cars, of course.
Yes, you do.
And we use a reputable broker. Auto broker, because they go do the deal, make the best deal, et cetera, et cetera. We don't have to bother with that.
No, that's good.
But it has to be a reputable broker.
Yes, and H.M. Brown is a reputable broker. They've been around for years and years and years.
Now, that does not alleviate the deal of doing systems checks and stuff on a used car.
On a used one, yeah.
Where are you, Wes?
What's that?
What's the name of your business?
No, he's with Master Drive. He buys a lot of cars.
He buys tons of cars.
He doesn't resell them. He's with Master Drive, and they do instructions. By the way, Vic mentioned Fuller Law, and I've gotten some emails on, well, how do they find him? It's personalinjuryco.com, and what John Fuller is a personal injury attorney, and that's what Vic originally called about. He was in an accident. That's why he has money to buy a car. He has a car totaled. And John Fuller is on my referral list at referralist.com. Thank you, Vic, for trusting him, because he is a great guy when it comes to personal injury. 303-597-4500 is his number. 303-597-4500. Eugene, what's going on, man? What's happening?
You talking to me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Eugene?
A while back, I had brought my car to Firestone to have it repaired as a lower control arm on the passenger side.
Yeah.
And the power steering had a small leak in it.
Yeah.
And they replaced the power steering and the lower control arm. I got on the highway and got down the road. I was actually on my way to Leadville. I felt something kind of wrong with the vehicle. It was close to a buddy's house. So I had gotten off the highway, and shortly after I got off the highway, the ball joint had given loose on the control arm that they replaced. And it threw me into the curb and threw me up in the air, and now the top of my vehicle's bent. I have air leaks along the doorwork. The ABS is acting up. The hub is going out.
You're saying all that happened? All that happened from that happening?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you had them work on your car, and it did not hold. You got in an accident as a result. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
What are they willing to do for you?
They told me that they'd give me a $200 credit to do the rear brakes on my car, because the rear brakes have a vibration, but the rear brakes were done on it just a few weeks before.
No, I mean, what are they willing to do about the work that you had done that you had to have redone?
That's all they offered me, is that $200 credit.
So they're not going to redo the ball joint that popped out?
They did redo the ball joint. They had it towed back.
Well, that's why I'm asking, what did they do for you? And you said nothing except $200. They redid the ball joint.
They fixed the problem, right?
Yes, but the accident caused more problems.
I understand that. Eugene, I understand that. I'm asking what they did, not what they didn't do. I'm asking what they did. When I come back, I want some straight answers, and I'm going to help you. But you don't have to worry about everything telling me all at once, okay? I say, what did they do? You tell me what they did. Now, what did they not do? Then you tell me what they did not do. We'll do it after this.
Well, if this is what I'm thinking about, it gets better. This is, I could have died, I almost...
Oh, right. You know, that was a good one that one time. Lady was, husband and wife were talking how the husband got in an accident, and she said the worst part of it all
was a tow truck driver charged me $140. My husband almost died. He was in ICU for 5 days. He just got out. He's still not there to help.
Yeah,
but the worst part about the whole
I could not believe that.
That was
a good one.
I had to run in there and get it because I didn't even believe what I heard. And sure enough, that's exactly what she said. But the worst part about the whole experience was that damn tow truck driver charging us $20 a mile.
Yeah, ICU for months.
He'll never be the same. Traumatic brain injury.
Right.
But that son of a bitch, $20 a mile. That was good.
2004 for a free demo.
Hope you enjoyed your meal.
Are we hitting that deadbeat right after?
Which one?
Okay, that's true.
Oh, after, yeah.
We're going out to a food truck guy. Promised me last week. I spent 15 minutes negotiating this shit on the air. He promised me the check would be there in 3 days.
Check for what?
He sold and built them a food truck with a house window, so the health department won't pass it off anywhere. Any state.
DMV launch, yeah.
See how I bounce it off the...
Any callers?
There you go.
So what's the difference between...
Okay, do you want me to swoosh it? Oh, same shot.
Versus it's got to be a steel frame.
Oh,
B&B said if you're going to pull something on the road, it's got to be in a steel
I was
frame.
showing him how you throw.
We never ordered anything, damn it. Did we? Or did she? Did she? I don't think it's too late.
Oh, God, you kidding? The food would show up at 3.
Let's do Jimmy John's.
You can eat all the lettuce wraps you want, bud.
It's good.
You know, my daughter was telling me at the house, I don't even need Jimmy John's anymore. I said, what's going on? She said, well, let me just show you. She breaks her phone out. The owner of Jimmy John's goes on these hunts, kills rhinos, elephants, giraffes, all of this stuff. And I'm like, wow, really? Look at this guy. I mean, it's an animal sitting out, the giraffe, has no clue.
Father John did that forever, man.
Mm-hmm.
He'd get on the back of an elephant and go on safari, dude. It's pretty norm in a lot of places. Very expensive, too.
Right. And who's Father John?
He was Tom's... 10,
okay, I know
at least 15.
I know who you're talking about. That guy was a real character.
A lot of people go on. A lot of people like safaris, though, man.
That guy was a real character, that Father John. That guy was something else.
Would you ever go on a safari? No. Well, you couldn't kill the
I go on
bunny.
a photo safari.
After I shoot him?
What for? I actually, just last week, gave away my mountain lion mount.
Why?
My guys. You know, I've never felt right in here.
Did you shoot it?
Yeah, I never felt right about it.
How'd you get it? Was it in a
Dogs,
zoo?
dogs in Buena Vista. Had a permit. I just never felt right about it. I mean, even I ate it. I ate it too.
Seriously, there's
I
people
just never felt right about it.
that buy
I don't know if I'd
animals
eat a cat.
and they
Yeah.
give them
Oh, no, it was actually really good.
So your stomach liked it.
Just my soul.
I'm not a hunter. I shot a bird when I
The
was a
mountain
kid.
lion
and I
was
learned how
trapped.
to
There was
like it.
3, 4 dogs. I'm looking right at it. The thing was scared. The thing was trapped.
See, it wouldn't bother me, though, if I was with anybody on safari.
And I
might not shoot something, but it wouldn't bother me that someone else
I
did
just
at
didn't feel
all.
right about it. That cat was just wanted to live just like we all did, and just was scared. And
The big one?
It was a female. She probably weighed about 90 pounds. I carried it on my back for about 4 miles. But I've always didn't feel right inside about that. So
What if it was just a
deer,
farm? Yeah.
deer, elk, no problem.
See, what's the difference?
Well, I think it's a big difference.
I don't think I'd eat cat. Would you eat cat, Kevin? I don't think I've ever eaten cat in my life.
Well, I could shoot a deer and use beef jerky out of it, but
So you can shoot
a bear.
Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-71-TALK, 303-713-8255, 71-TALK. I said 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Yes.
Well, you made me nervous because you know what happens if we wait too long because of the Facebook feed. Sometimes it picks up that music.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get flagged, and I'm going to have to go in and override it.
Yep.
But that's all right. That's what I'm here for.
Mark, it says here I'm supposed to do a commercial with you.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Well, it's my favorite company in the world if you
What
need
is it?
flooring.
This?
Yes, simplyfloorsinc.com.
Okay, so tell me about it. Seriously.
Well, that's where Susanna and I got all of our flooring, quite frankly.
Okay. Now, he will do everything at the house. You know,
or at his showroom.
I know, but I think if you're going to get flooring anyway, can he bring all the samples there? Because they got to measure anyway.
Yes.
So I would rather get an estimate all at once.
Yes, we used to have a different company, and you'd have to book 2-3 weeks out, and they'd show up and blah, blah, blah.
And they're not bad people at all.
No, not at all.
Not bad people at all. But
these
I
guys
like
show up and do it.
That's what I like. I like that in-home, right away estimate and all of that. And the other company, by the way, not bad guys. They told us they're going more commercial toward builders now.
Yeah.
They just frankly wanted the building trade. So,
but I have done business with Buddy for years, as you know.
Yes.
And they're great guys.
Simplyfloorsinc.com. simplyfloorsinc.com.
You set it up right there. You can get their phone number, simplyfloorsinc.com.
Okay, now let's go and talk to. I left two people hanging. One with the home residential warranty because we were checking on that, and then Eugene, of course, had told us the Firestone, the repair they did caused damage. What I don't understand, Eugene, is why did they fix the job that went bad, but not fix the damage? Why? Why did they not fix the damage?
The guy wanted to argue with me and saying...
Was he trying to say it was pre-existing?
He said it's an older vehicle. Just try to put it off as this older vehicle. And
Okay, how old is the vehicle, Eugene?
It's a 95 Subaru, but I've done upgrades to it.
How many miles on this 95 Subaru?
It has 158,000 miles on it.
Okay, now listen. Just because it's a 95 Subaru doesn't mean that you have to accept damage. However, you get into a situation here where the damages might exceed the value of the car, and then this guy has every right to say, I'll just take the car from you, and here's the value.
I would guess we're looking at a value of under $1,000.
2,000?
With 160, you think?
Yeah, it's got low miles.
1,500, $2,000, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So let's say 1,500. How much is it going to cost to fix that damage that you encountered?
Probably close to $5,000.
Oh, Eugene, you're out of luck, bro.
You're upside down.
You're out of luck, man. This guy will only, if you sue this guy in small claims court, you'll get the value of the car.
Yeah. It kind of really sucks, though. Because,
are you sure it's $5,000? What has to be done to your Subaru? It sounds like you're still driving it.
But, it's kind of dangerous to drive. It's the only thing.
What has to be done to it? What has to be done to it?
The tub has to be straightened back out. The door's out of adjustment.
The frame? What has to be straightened? I don't hear. What has to be straightened?
The frame.
Okay,
itself.
the frame.
But it still doesn't... Okay, but what's even matter? If there is $5,000 to fix it, the value is the value is the value.
Right. You understand that, right, Eugene? You understand that they do not have to...
That, but
what?
I also I did a lot of upgrades to this car.
Okay.
I've done a lot of work.
So it's a fully custom 95 Subaru Legacy.
So what is it insured for, Eugene? How much is it insured for if you did all this customization and it's worth... What do you think it's worth, this car?
It's probably at least $3,000.
Okay, well then you're still looking. You're still, if it's worth $3,000, you're still looking at more than the car's worth. You understand?
Right.
So even if they're never going to owe you more than that car is worth, it's just a fact of life. I'm not happy about it, Eugene, but that's the way it is. I would take my shot at $3,000 in small claims court against this company saying they caused the damage. I can't believe they're not willing to do anything for you except $200. Now, truly, if they ruin that car, they should buy it from you. They really should. Have they offered that?
They have not.
You know, I don't mind calling these guys. Mark, don't you think they should buy it from him if they totaled his car?
For what the value is, or why not turn it into your own insurance? But I'm assuming...
But he doesn't have collision on this. You don't have coverage on this, do you?
Not anymore. The coverage dropped yesterday because I haven't been able to drive it.
Well, I mean...
Wait, what coverage dropped? Your collision coverage?
I dropped my insurance.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He doesn't understand the difference.
When the accident happened, if you were covered, you're covered. But I don't think you had collision coverage, did you, Eugene?
Did you have full coverage?
No, I didn't have full coverage.
Okay.
I had liability.
Okay, then it wouldn't matter. You're right. It won't matter. So, Eugene, listen, I don't think they should get a free walk on this, but you're not going to get $5,000. You're going to get whatever that car's worth, and it's up to you to prove what it's worth and take them to small claims court. They're going to, for some reason, I can't believe they're saying, well, it's worth nothing.
Well, they're
basically telling him it's worth nothing.
Think of how many complaints we've had on Firestone. How many?
I don't know. We get some here and there.
I can't think of one in 2 years.
No, we've gotten some. I mean, I don't know if
it's a big. It's not like Generally, they would just turn it over to insurance unless if their deductible wasn't in the value or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm guessing Kevin was right. This is a $1,500 vehicle, and he wants $5,000. I mean, how do you answer that as the business? You simply say, well, okay, I'm done.
All right, so here's...
Yeah, but they offered him a $200 coupon.
All we have...
I mean, come on.
But they fixed the car, they're saying. But you're right, a $200 coupon isn't close.
Eugene,
we'll give you 2 free oil changes and a coupon.
The only thing we can tell you at this point is to take them to small claims court, literally, for the $1,500.
And we can help you out with those documents.
Now, Amelia has a residential home warranty. I hate those in many cases because what they do is they cover everything. So let me give this analogy. Let's say you have 5 things and you pay a premium based on 5 things. A furnace, a water heater, a dishwasher, whatever. Okay? Now, you're paying a premium based on 5 things. Not 2 things, 5 things. Now, you have a problem with a couple of those things. And they say to you, oh, those problems were pre-existing, therefore we're not going to cover them. And you come to find out, when you inspect all of your stuff, that basically there are pre-existing conditions on 4 of those things. So in actuality, you've only bought insurance for 1 of those things. So what I'm saying, what I'm saying is they collect the premium and then tell you what they're going to cover after that. And that is unfair to say you're covered for all of these until you need coverage. Then we evaluate whether or not we're going to cover them. Here's what I say to residential home warranties. If you're going to cover me, come and inspect my stuff and cover me. Don't wait until something breaks to tell me it's not covered, because I'm paying my premium based on what you tell me is covered. Now, if it turns out that 4 of the 5 things I paid for have pre-existing conditions that you won't cover, then you should retroactively refund to me all of my premiums for all those 4 things. So tell me, Amelia, that's exactly what happened to you, right? You had something go wrong?
No, it's worse. It's worse.
What happened?
They're lying to me about how many times they've sent people out to fix
Well,
my
tell me the exact problem,
now,
Amelia. Tell me the exact problem.
There are mushrooms growing out from under my dishwasher.
Tell me what is wrong with your dishwasher.
It was installed incorrectly. However, they've had...
If it was installed incorrectly, they're going to tell you that was a pre-existing condition.
But they never found the problem because all of the representatives they sent out from Sears didn't do any work. They just told me without doing anything except unscrewing the cap inside that I was buying the wrong product. They never did any work.
What do you mean buying the wrong product? What does that mean?
That I wasn't using the right detergent, that I wasn't using the right rinse agent, that I needed to use a cleaner.
So, let me get this straight. You called Residential MD to come out for your dishwasher, right?
Yes.
Why? What was wrong with the dishwasher, Amelia?
The dishes were not coming out clean.
And when they came out, what did they tell you was wrong?
They did nothing. They stared at the machine, and they told me I was using the wrong product.
And then what did you do?
I'm mentally disabled, and I take their word for it because we're an exploited group.
Okay. Well, you don't sound mentally disabled, but I won't go there. Here's the bottom line. Whether you're mentally disabled or not, it doesn't change your rights. Okay? You have a right to what you paid for. However, if the dishwasher is installed wrong, they're not going to cover it. They're not going to cover it. How much did you pay for this coverage?
$55 a month.
For how long?
For 5 years.
You've paid
for over $4,000, including service charges. So why didn't they tell me that this was the problem in the beginning?
Because they're in the business to take your money each month and do nothing.
They suck. Now, they're not going to fix this, is what you're saying, right?
But I have no idea what damage is done if mushrooms are growing through my floor.
How long has this been going on?
She might have a home insurance claim.
Yeah. I have no idea.
You might have a homeowner's claim. Mark's right on your homeowner's insurance.
But I've filed before, so I can only imagine if I'm going to be dropped or if I'm going to be...
You filed what before?
Going to go through. I've had to file claims with my actual homeowner's insurance.
And what did you do with the money? What did you do with the money from that?
Oh, that was for repairs to my house. things that went wrong with my house.
Well, Amelia,
So,
this is an insurance claim. This is an insurance claim.
Type of claim. It's for a different policy. This is my homeowner's insurance.
Yeah, but your homeowner's insurance, Amelia, your homeowner's insurance will cover the damage, the water damage as a result of your dishwasher breaking. It will cover it.
If they had found the problem in 2012, I would have bought a dishwasher in 2012, and I wouldn't have this damage, and I wouldn't have paid $600 in.
I know, but when you say 2012, did they come out and look at your washer in 2012?
Yes, but they deny it. They told me that the first time they ever came was in January of 2016. They keep lying to me. I know that.
Are you still paying for this?
As of this month, but no more.
Okay, hold on a second. I don't know what we can do. We can call Residential MD and ask him to fix her dishwasher. I mean, that's what we can do.
But
I mean, they've collected $4 grand from this woman.
If it was installed incorrectly, it's got nothing to do with the dishwasher.
Well, we don't know it's been installed. We don't know what's wrong with it. That's the problem. We need to find out what is wrong with it. That's what we have to do.
We have one of those deep groups of people.
There's King left those friends.
Yeah.
This is wrong with this woman. This is wrong.
I think it was installed improperly is why they denied the claim in the first place.
Yeah, but see, I don't understand
to
this.
continue paying for that thing.
Explain this. Okay, they don't cover pre-existing problems, right?
Correct, which is most of the time what's.
I understand. Okay, so refrigerators covered unless there's a pre-existing problem. You buy the warranty, 2 months later or whatever, a week later, a month later, the refrigerator goes out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something pre-existing before it failed?
Well, here's an example though, Mark. A power supply most likely is not going to go out slowly. So if it went out, that would be a hard argument to say that was pre-existing. A compressor, you know, I don't know. I guess a compressor could be noisy
But it's
for a
the same
while.
as car warranties when they want to get out. It's
Right, so they can say that
But there's some
refrigerator,
things they're not going to be able to get out.
Yeah.
right, that refrigerator had a pre-existing
But they all
problem.
suck.
Oh, absolutely.
Better off just putting the money in the bank and buying a new one when it breaks.
Yeah, well, that's the funny part. If you add up what she spent in 6 years, she'd have a new kitchen.
But everything, I think, can be considered to them as a pre-existing problem.
Not everything, but almost.
That's why I hate home warranties, because you don't know it's even covered until something goes wrong. But you've
They could
already
say
been
lightning
paying premiums.
cost it.
She's been paying premiums. Maybe everything she has pre-existing conditions. That's why I think it's incumbent upon them to come and inspect.
But then they wouldn't have a product to sell. That would be their business plan.
I like that.
Well, they have no
Have
outlet.
the insurance
That's what I'm saying.
company
So they never do it. They're never going to come out and say, okay, we'll cover this, this, and this.
They're fundamentally flawed products. You cannot, you're buying something and paying ahead of time before you know what's coming.
And it's completely up to them whether or not to cover it. And really, that's what the contract says, though. That's the one part.
Oh, really? Does it say that?
Yeah, of course it does.
Completely our
It
discretion.
says that they make up their minds at the time of the loss whether or not it's covered.
And you agree
How
to
do they
it.
base their premiums? On the number of appliances you have. But half of them may not even be covered. But you don't find out until you have a claim. It's insane. What a waste of product. What a waste of money. It's a waste of money.
And then even if they did cover stuff, a lot of times if you added up how much they spent, you'd still repair it cheaper. I mean, how much is a dishwasher to get repaired? I don't know. Don't you just buy a new one now? I don't know.
We'll probably have a $500 deductible on a dishwasher.
It's $500.
Thank you
Or less.
You say, yeah. So the insurance company replaces the dishwasher. It costs them $250. You pay the insurance.
You pay $500.
Right, you pay $500. And they install it for you though, and they'll warranty it.
You should see the picture we have up of Rolly on Facebook. Go to our Facebook.
You can't really do that.
Go to our Facebook real quick. Pull it up on yours. On your laptop. Keep it up.
I didn't want to do it, Roy.
You know,
I forced him.
You know, Mark,
I forced him.
paybacks are at least double, if not half.
It looks like you might get a new career out of this.
I doubt that.
Look at the live feed.
So how's Skirt doing? Sucks.
Yep, just there you go.
The car sales are off. Yeah.
Rolly the rapper. I think you support those headphones pretty good, man. Can you bust a rhyme for us as we come back in? Mark, give him the bebop in the back. The bup, 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 bup.
So slow in repairs, slow in sales, or slow all around?
19 counties are projected to have no exchange insurers. 18. 19.
Yeah, but anytime the Republicans put forth a plan, they talk about how many uninsured they're going to be.
Well, they're going to be there's going to be a shitload of them real quick.
But a lot of them are uninsured because they want to be uninsured.
Because they never wanted to be insured to begin with.
I've been since going to either dial in at 10 up or 10 after. I'll just let you know. Is that okay?
Between 18 and 20, actually before we had kids, which would be 18 and 28, I don't care if insurance was $10 a month. I had better things to do with my $10
We
a
had
month.
kids when we were 18 and 28.
No, I said we could care less about insurance between the ages of 18 and 28.
Oh, okay, good.
What did she think I said?
I thought you said we had kids when we were 18 and 28.
No, she wanted kids. I don't know if she'd argue that or not. She moved in at 16 years old, man. By 18, she wanted kids. I was like, hell no, Jack.
I was a bad kid.
Then she went in. Then she was okay for a while. She didn't get the bug again until mid-20s. Then I was screwed. I had no choice.
I want to tell you about something that's really important. Plumline Services is doing this, Mark. Now, you may have heard this problem.
Find fixer free.
No. I'm talking about with Rocky Mountain. Wait. I want to find it. I got to find the email somewhere.
That's the appliance company. I know who you're talking about. I saw it in this.
Here it is. This is important. The Attorney General shut down Mile High Heating and Air after investigating them for the past 2 years. Plumline Services is offering this. Now, they don't want to make any money off of you if you've had, this is not an attempt to try to take you for more money. They want to help you. If you had Mile High Heating and Air, install anything, or do any work at your house, Plumline will come out free of charge, no call charge, no obligation, and completely check the installation and all of the stuff to make sure it is not dangerous, and to correct it if it's dangerous. Now, that is for danger and safety only. Whether you want to do anything else, that's up to you, but they will check it to make sure you're not in danger, because these people at Mile High were not following code.
They weren't pulling permits. I mean, you could have a serious problem if something was installed wrong.
You could have many problems. And so Plumline Services, for anyone who used Mile High Heating and Air, you will get a free safety inspection, and it's all free, no obligation, no call charge if you call Plumline. Now, remember, anyone else, of course, who wants to call Plumline, feel free to call Plumline, and they would love to come out and do a check on your furnace or air before the season hits, especially, and it's not so hot now, so if you need some repairs, fine. But I just want you to know about anyone that dealt with Mile High Heating and Air, they were closed down, that Plumline will do this free of charge. So here's the number, 303-586-1086. Check that installation. Most likely something was done wrong. 303-586-1086, plumlineservices.com. All right, let's keep going. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Rolly joins us now. Rolly, how's it going, brother?
Think how many hundreds of homes have been screwed with by those people.
Oh, I know. That's
a
terrible.
big deal.
So anyway, how are things going?
Oh, well, it's I guess it's going. The car business a little bit slow, but
how about Corvettes?
Corvettes, got plenty of them.
Do people buy them during the winter?
Yeah, we'll sell some Corvettes every month.
Even in the winter?
Every month.
Obviously, more so in the good weather?
Every month.
Do you go to that show? Wasn't there a huge Corvette show in Pennsylvania last week? Or is that coming up?
In Carlisle.
Yeah, Carlisle. Yeah. That's the largest one, right?
That's the largest one.
Have you ever been there?
Yes, once. Bloomington Gold's another. Around here, we actually do one of the largest shows that there is. And then There's Branson. There's
all over.
Eureka Springs, Arkansas is another big
When you
one.
say a Chevy, do you mean Corvette?
Just Corvette.
Yeah. 303-713-TALK. Hey, Ed, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. I'm sure it's a very common problem with people that get diagnosed with terminal cancer. I'm calling about a friend of ours that he's 62, just found out maybe a couple weeks ago that this stuff is everywhere, undergoing chemo, but they're not sure it's going to help. He had to quit work. His wife's a school teacher, and they can't make their house payments. They've got other financial problems. What do you do? Who do you turn to?
Do they have insurance? Does he have life insurance?
Life insurance?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, because if he has life insurance, he might be able to do a cash-in of that life insurance ahead of time and live off of some of it.
Yeah, or at least a big percentage.
There are many people, and they're not vultures or anything. It's called viatical, the industry is the viatical insurance industry. They buy up policies like this and fund people who are terminally ill, and you get a good portion of the proceeds up front. That's one thing to look into.
How about unemployment?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, he was going to look in. Should he look into Social Security disability?
If he's disabled. Is he disabled?
Well, he can't work because of his illness.
Well, then he should definitely look into it.
Yeah.
Because Social Security disability will then open up Medicaid. He obviously is on Medicaid or not? Is this private insurance?
No, just private insurance right now, yeah.
Well, then he's going to probably want to transfer over to Medicaid, and he'll have to do that through Social Security disability.
Okay.
What's that? Oh, the wife's a teacher. But hold on. If his wife's a teacher and he's disabled, he'll still get it.
No, I think what Ron's saying, the insurance coverage is probably through the wife. Do you know, is he working? Is he employed?
No, he had to quit work. He just, blue collar.
There goes unemployment then.
Where is his insurance from? His medical insurance?
I'm not sure about that either.
Well, you got to find out more information for us, bro. I mean, at least some. Like, is he covered by his wife's insurance being a teacher? And and then
does he have any products like Aflac? I doubt it, but
and then find out if he has life insurance. They might have life insurance, but really, I don't know the answer to what you're asking. Where do people turn? Some people do GoFundMe sites. I mean, really.
Well, one of Suzanne's and ours are some of our best friends. The husband died. I mean, it was a couple years ago, but in his 40s, same type situation. But he was the main breadwinner. His wife didn't work. And I'll tell you what happens. You rely on family and you rely on other stuff. If you don't have the insurance coverage, you rely on friends and family. I mean, that's the sad part of it.
Okay.
I mean, we're not set up in this country to help anyone unless they're destitute. And mostly, unfortunately, those who don't do for themselves. I mean, the more of a deadbeat you are, the more help you get. I don't know how else to put it.
That's true.
I mean, people who work don't get help.
I know. Do you file would bankruptcy be an option?
Well, for sure. If there's other bills they can't afford, of course it would be.
How about equity in the house? The problem is you really know no information.
Yeah, you got to find out for me. Listen and call us back.
Okay.
Find out equity in the house. Find out insurance coverage. Find out about that's health insurance coverage, where it's coming from. Find out about life insurance. Then find out about bills in general, and then we'll discuss all the options after that. Because if they have a lot of bills or credit and they got to get rid of it, then yes, bankruptcy is an option. But if they have a ton of equity in their home, it wouldn't be an option. So we need to just balance everything out after you tell us. We got more coming right up.
So what are the celebrities saying with the pipe?
It's all one-sided.
It's 2,000. Yeah, it's 20 to 1.
No, it's just you got a big enough dog. It's worth throwing something on sometimes.
Well, I probably, honestly, will probably throw $100 on it. There is no way I'd lay out $2,000 or $3,600 to win $100.
I don't know. What are the odds right now?
The one guy, you have to lay $3,600 to win $100, and then the other other guy, if you put 100 down, you win 2,000.
Wow. So who's the underdog? The MMA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he can't box.
Well, how do we know he can't box?
Well, that's true. That's the only reason I'd probably lay $100 down.
You wait and see, guys. You're gonna be like, Mark is
If
right.
he catches him, he may.
I'm laying 100 on him.
I'm telling you, I think he's gonna beat him.
I would never go the other way on that. But I'm the same guy, hello, in the Super Bowl last year at halftime, when it's 23-0, if I recall, laid down $1,000 for Brady to come back at 3x odds and hit it.
How much did you win?
I was trying to cover for a bet I already made. I was screwed.
I was gonna say that was yeah.
Here, it always smells better in here when Rolly's here. No offense, guys. Look at.
What the heck? What is that?
This is the cargo bag.
For what?
Does it flip the other way?
For what?
This is way nicer. Now, do you know where the other one is?
What is it though?
It's hard.
I don't want to
It's hard to explain.
It goes in the back right there.
Inside out. No, this is the way it goes inside. None of it shows. This goes into a bag.
Oh, okay. Suitcase.
But what would you put in there? Anything?
Cargo bag.
It's just
Cool.
Behind the seat on there.
It's bag.
Cool.
And it's suspended in a metal frame.
And if anyone's listening, Lev's upholstery.
It's behind the seat of the
deal in
airplane.
town.
Oh, and they fixed it or they created it?
They recreated it because the other one had, like, who knows, Lev's upholstery.
This is beautiful. This is way nicer.
Asked it when he was walking out of Calico Corners. It was just like a
So what happens is this is all you see. And then there's a frame.
LED.
He's not going to give it back.
Lev's
Give what back?
It's up to you. He says, we thought of it, I talked to my partner, and we're going to take it to court.
You think he's going to be out there?
like on the back of the
Let's do it.
I didn't
So he's a liar. He's a liar. That's exactly. I'm saying, why are you such a liar? How do you come on the air and tell everybody in Denver a complete lie? Why are you a liar, Rudy? Look, Rudy, why? Why'd you lie? So he can argue anything else. We definitely have him on that.
Who's Rudy?
Food truck builder. That okey doke, this lady. Put a house window in. And how do you build these and not know what passes the health department, Rudy? How do you do that, Rudy?
And then he said he called other builders in other states, and he said, yeah, if they had a screen on it, it would be covered.
A screen with no glass.
No, screen to cover it.
Which Facebook page is that
Screen on the
on?
outside screen.
It's on our live video, so it's not on, but it's referral list. He just puts it up. When you talk, we put it up. He put, would you buy a car from this guy?
Of course you would.
Only if you have a new wrap
I'm everything that you guys talked about, buying cars, especially used cars, and then
You need entry-level or highly skilled employees. No
I
matter
mean, everybody thinks they're inventing shit that we've done for 30 years.
Yeah, but buying a car from you is different than buying a car from most people.
That one vet that you bought that had like 20, 30,000 miles on it, it went cheap. I was going to buy that for that.
You want to make a great hire fast, and this exclusive offer gives you a head start. Independent research shows 6 times more hires than any other job site. I can give you your one-stop source for hiring. To receive this offer, go to Indeed.com/offer. That's Indeed.com/offer. Terms and conditions and quality standards apply.
But it was everything's perfect. Everything was brand new on it, so
he's got a cot in the back.
This is right now.
You want to come back to my place for a cup of coffee?
We go to a big time here, so
What's line 3 right now? I can't look at
it. Because it's so
I don't have that question
now. Okay, there we go.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome, 303-713-TALK. Let's get to the phones quickly. Okay, Chris, what's going on with your car? What's happening?
You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
First issue I bought a car from Mash Auto Insurance there in Inglewood, and I'm trying to get my pre-inspection report from my vehicle, and they're trying to tell me it's proprietary. And I don't
Wait a
know
minute. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Did you buy this car yet?
Yes, I've owned it since March.
Okay, and what are you trying to get a hold of?
the pre-inspection report because my engine is blue. I'm in the process of fighting with the warranty company.
Okay, when you bought the car, did you get it checked out?
No, I did not. That was my personal fault.
Okay, and now that your engine blew, why do you need what's called, whatever you call the pre-inspection report?
Because the warranty company is trying to make me pay for the engine removal of the vehicle.
That's very normal.
But why? Wait. First of all, you have a warranty on this?
Yes. About one of those stupid warranties.
He's got an aftermarket. What he's saying is, and it doesn't matter, guys chime in, I mean, this is extremely normal. They need to figure out if it's covered or not, and basically what they're telling you, Guy, is if it's not covered, you're going to have to pay for the removal.
But, Chris, here's another thing I'm confused about. What do you mean when you say you want to look at the pre-inspection report? What are you talking about?
Because what happened, I had a failure in one of my sensors.
But what are no? Ask me, what is the pre-inspection report you're trying to look at? What are you talking about?
I want to find out what the dealership found, what was wrong with the vehicle.
Well, that's none of your business. And also, how do you even know?
None of my business.
It's because it's not. Because it's not. That's why. Because when I buy a car, I can recondition that car. If I have records on that car, you're not privy to them. That's why. I mean, it's just a fact of life. They're not yours. They're theirs. I mean, nothing makes you privileged to that information unless you make that a part of the sale. But Chris, first of all, what makes you think they did a pre-inspection? A lot of dealers don't. They just buy cars and sell them. What makes you think they inspected that car?
I don't know that. That's
okay, but you're not allowed to go fishing, Chris.
When you buy a vehicle, are you not supposed to? When you sign that good faith thing, when you buy the vehicle and things like that, are you not supposed to? Are they not supposed to?
Good faith's for lending.
We just wait. I didn't hear the question. When you sign the good faith thing, whatever the hell that is, there's no such thing. What are you supposed to get? What? Continue with your question.
My question is, so like there is, what was I going to say? How do I say this? So how do I get information? Is it my fault because I didn't have a pre-inspection? Is that,
yes.
Is that one?
Yes, it is. Yes. Chris.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that.
Hold on. Let me finish, though. It's your fault that you didn't have a pre-inspection. It's not your fault if these guys lied to you or cheated you. Now, everyone says, oh, they did. So you're going to say that. But I'm going to tell you this, Chris. When you say people lied to you, what I mean is this, that they absolutely knew there was something wrong with this car, and they lied to you and told you exactly the opposite. Like they knew the engine was about to go, and they said, this is a great engine. If they said nothing, then they don't have an obligation to you. Even if they knew the engine was about to blow, they could know of all major defects and not tell you as long as they sell it as is. If they tell you it's in great condition, or if they tell you it's a nice car, that's where they get into trouble. Now, you're going to say, I know, they told you it was a great car, right, Chris?
Yes, but I did not buy my car from one of those as-is companies.
But it's not.
Hold on.
But none of it matters because he's still going to have to pay for the removal time with the insurance.
Chris, I'm trying to see if there's fraud. Chris, you didn't buy from an as-is company, so your contract says that this car is guaranteed never to break down, right?
No, I bought one of those extended warranties.
But no, I'm talking about the contract. The extended warranty is between you and the warranty company. I'm talking about the dealer. You said you did not buy from one of these as-is companies. So what does your contract say as far as the condition of that car?
They said something like that it's in good working condition, that there's nothing wrong with it.
Chris, I'm going to bet you, Chris,
go ahead.
I will bet you $1,000 that your contract does not say the car is in good working condition and will not break down. I will bet you $1,000 it doesn't say that.
Okay. Well, like I said,
well, listen, you can get $1,000. So give me the contract. Show me where it says. You said the contract says this car will not break down and is in good working condition. Show me that, and I'll give you $1,000.
Okay.
All right.
We'll look into. Is there a way of connecting to you?
Chris, I want to help you, okay? Listen, Chris. Chris, I'm being a wise guy. I want to help you, okay?
Okay.
But this is not the way to help you. You're not going to be helped by trying to say that that car was not as is. The car was purchased as is, and then you bought a warranty. How did your engine go out?
they said lack of lubrication, but then
Okay.
when we asked the...
All right, let's look at it. You hang on, and let's look at helping you now, okay? You need to figure out if this warranty is going to cover you or not. Hang on.
I don't think he's saying that, Ron. He's not saying that the dealer has anything to do with this. He wants information to the dealer to prove to the warranty company it was okay.
But there is no information.
Are you or there isn't anything?
Okay, we're off the air. Listen, when I come back, here's what I need to know. What is the warranty company saying right now? Are they giving
It's just SOP, tear down to point of failure.
No, don't go out, don't get it fixed yet. They won't pay for it. You can't go outside the warranty company and expect them to pay for it. You got to wait for their decision. If they say they're not going to pay for it, he doesn't want to sign off. I mean, that's all it comes down to.
But every warranty company I ever dealt with.
Tear down to point of failure.
Who won't allow further guidance? But you have to allow those to do it, Chris. But you do have to pay for it, because listen, you're going to have to pay for it anyway to get it fixed, right? So you may as well let them tear it down and look at it. And then you have your guy there to look at it. And then if they say we're not covering it, then we can get involved if your guy disagrees with them. But what I'm telling you is you have to give them authorization and you have to pay for it. Because right now they don't have a claim. Hold on, okay, we'll come back to all that.
They can say they look at the bearings, they can tell if it's oil started for a long time.
Yeah, but how do you prove an oil pump? I mean, it's a real gray area when you're inspecting.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah, go turn it. He just leaves it up.
Over
there.
The U.S. military will look into claims that several civilians were killed in
Left side now. You can just, it'll say speaker or whatever.
which has gotten a new supply
Other one then. Other one.
executions.
There you go.
To execute a convicted killer
Yeah, then we can stop yelling.
Yeah, well, it's just...
People can't hear it. People like hear it online anyhow.
But that's why it's have a good tech tearing it down, everything else, and he can arm wrestle.
Well, what else is he going to do?
There's nothing. They're not going to just say, yeah, you got a noise.
And if they say no, he's still got to decide what to do. He's either going to do a new engine or, a used engine or something.
Box it up and come out. I mean, whatever you want to do. But yeah.
He got a little off on it. He wasn't understanding what the guy was saying. I think all he wanted from the dealer was like some kind of magic notes that are non-existent. And I'm sure the dealer's thinking he wants everything from them.
But we should have been.
But there's no magic anything from the dealer.
Well,
have your receipts, change your oil.
Well, the warranty's going to say is pre-existing condition.
Well, we don't know what they're going to say.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if you had something that
But he's trying to anticipate what they might say if, it's like, stop.
As bad as most of these warranties are, I had a ton that also would cover stuff. Sure. But every one of them, if they tore down and found out that it wasn't under warranty, the customer would pay me for the teardown. And that always is a hard sell.
Take it out back, put a brake on the gas pedal and wait for it. And then catastrophic failure.
Depression.
That engine.
I take everything very seriously.
I mean, that's what they forced to show me. Because the gray area has disappeared now. Yeah. Now I know what caused it. It's the hole right there caused it.
See that oil pan and that big
hole in it? We had catastrophic failure to connecting rod.
What do you do with those stones?
I work on it.
By yourself?
Yeah.
I had one that needed an
Let me call Maximum Auto for this guy. He bought the car in March and the engine blew up. Can we just try to help him? I think he's
definitely slow.
I want to help him.
But he needs to go through the process with the warranty company.
Yeah, it might be covered. That's the part that he's not getting yet.
Okay. But I want somebody there to help him when they do take it apart.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. This is the only show of its kind anywhere. We do help people. Listen, we have a terrible situation on the line right now. I continued with Chris. It's car day today. Rolly Purifoy's with us from Purifoy Chevrolet. Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech. Mark McChoskey from Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. And Ron Langford for Master Drive. Yeah, we're going to get back to car questions in a second here. Chris, though, Chris, you bought a used car, you bought an extended warranty, the engine blew up, you bought it in March, and now the warranty company is saying you have to pay to have the engine looked at and inspected. If it turns out it's a warranty issue, they will cover it and pay for the teardown, but if not, you have to pay for it. So, Chris, I have to ask you a question. Where is your car right now?
It's in Colorado Springs.
I know, but where is it at the place you bought it, or is it somewhere else?
No. It's an independent auto body that they approved for us to send it to have it looked at.
Okay, and you trust this place it's at?
Yes.
Okay, now, can you afford to have this looked at?
No, not really. But we're in the process of working with a mechanic right now to possibly get it done.
Okay, here's what I want to tell you, though, Chris. Don't get it fixed yet. You just have to get it opened so the warranty company can look at it. If you start repairs, the warranty company will never pay for it.
Okay.
Now, what did the warranty company say they want to do?
They want to open it up, and then I guess according to my mechanic today, they want, I don't know what other compartments they want to open, but they want to open 2 or 3 more of my systems to open it up.
What are they looking for?
I don't know. They keep giving me 3 broad terms.
They're going to be looking for something that's defective.
The point of failure.
They want to see, here's what they're trying to determine, Chris. They're trying to determine, was it your fault or not?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not your fault, they will probably cover it.
Here's what I don't like. He's saying the insurance company told him to go to this shop. That's a little bizarre.
No, not the insurance company. The warranty company. When we had our car towed.
Yeah. Why would? Well, that's a little odd to me, though.
It's a preferred shop. On that engine, though, the warranty company, guys, is going to cover something that's defective from the factory. They're not going to cover normal wear and tear.
And they're not going to cover,
or they'll cover catastrophic.
Lack of lubrication or any of that stuff unless the oil pump is defective from the factory. So they're not going to cover anything.
Well, no, those warranties suck usually. But, Chris, you got to play ball with them until they turn you down.
I wish he had it Honest Accurate or somewhere else. Someone that knows how to work with these insurance companies. Like it or not, there is a good chance I could have got the company to insure this or come through with the warranty, and these guys can't.
Well, see, the key is the guy who's working our vehicle says at Meineke that he's already explained to the auditor or adjuster, whoever it may be, that this is what caused it. You don't need to tear it down.
What did he say caused it?
There's an oil coolant line in the Highlanders, and my check engine light or low oil light did not come on. That's why I was asking you about pre-inspection.
Okay.
Because every time I turn on my vehicle, as you know, Highlanders, it goes through an auto check and an auto diagnosis.
And it prevented your low your engine light from coming on.
Yeah.
But it doesn't prevent him from checking it, or is he saying this cooling line came off and the oil flew out quick? What's he saying?
No, there was an explosion. There was a spontaneous. There's I guess a little hose that connects to the cooling line to the engine.
How many miles on this car?
There's 86,000.
And what year is it?
09.
Okay, listen. What's the dealer saying about all this?
The dealers, I haven't even started involved. The only reason why I've started involving the dealer is because I'm trying to get the pre-inspection, but you told me.
That they can give it to you if they want, but they may not even have those records. What's the name of the dealer?
The name of the dealer is Maximum Auto in Inglewood, Colorado.
In Inglewood. We ought to call Maximum Auto for you. But
yeah, I've been working with a guy named Randy and Cliff because I've had other experience.
But here, Tom, listen, here's the main issue. Any warranty company you have, good or bad, is going to ask you, listen, if we tear it down or the shop tears it down and it's covered, we pay for it. If it's not, you do. They're asking nothing abnormal here.
Okay, so, Chris, you got to go along with it. But then here's the deal. If they say it's not covered, we need to have somebody in Colorado Springs go over and look at it for you. Okay?
But you know, if this thing pumped all the oil out through a broken line, it obviously starved the motor, starved the
and his oil light didn't go on.
And the oil light didn't go on.
It should be covered.
You would seemingly think so, but you would think you would notice that it was pumping oil too.
I think they're going to tell him.
I think what they're going to tell him is, hey, it was also starved for oil for a long, long time, then this came in. But who knows? Maybe they're not.
What's the name of your warranty company?
they're called First. Hold on, let me get.
I want to know if we've heard of them.
First. Shoot, hold on. Let me pull it off my email and I will get it for you.
Yeah, but oil lines are not going to be covered under the warranty. Those oil lines are not going to be covered.
First what?
Extended warranty. But their LLC is called for Profit Strategies. Yeah, it's called.
You know, Mark just said something.
I want you to look in your warranty and see if oil lines are covered or rubber hydraulic lines are covered. They're not going to be covered for that reason, because if they blow and you're driving the car and you don't know that hose blowed and you ruin the transmission, melt down the transmission or the engine, it's not their baby.
Yeah, in other words, if the engine's covered because it got starved of oil, Chris, that's great, but if the reason was those pipes, then forget it.
Chris, here's what we have to do. We have to take this one step at a time. We have people in the Springs, Honest Accurate Auto for one. They're great people. You need to, no matter what, even to get it fixed, you're going to have the engine opened. So play ball with them. And then make sure you take photographs and let us know when your engine is opened, and we'll try to have somebody come over right then, okay? Get all this information, and we'll get, you know, like you said, Mark, right now they're not doing anything wrong.
No, and actually, the guy, wherever it is, Meineke or whatever he said, the guy there saying it should be covered, so I assumed he's looked at this warranty. Maybe he does have ones that cover the cooling lines.
Let's talk to Chris. Chris, what's going on with you? Chris.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
So I recently purchased a new car from Shortline Subaru.
Yes, sir.
And I financed the whole thing, and it's not yet time to register my car yet. And the dealership called me saying that they were short on the taxes that they collected.
Why? Because of your address? Was it weird? They didn't know where you lived, or what?
I'm not sure.
Okay, this happens. This is not unusual. Now, here's the problem. Let me just say something, Chris. I want Rolly to address this. But I feel in my heart there are times that dealers do this. Of course, Rolly wouldn't. But I think there are dealers, truly, that do this on purpose because they want to keep the price looking artificially low, and they don't include taxes, knowing that when you go to register it, you're going to be hit with it, and you already own the car. But there are certain laws on whether or not the dealer has to collect those taxes. But I warn you, even if the dealer erred in collecting taxes, it's still your responsibility. It is not their responsibility. The most that would happen is that they get a little reprimand from the dealer licensing board or from the taxing authority. Now, Rolly,
and some people come up with some pretty obscure things as far as where they're going to license something.
Okay, what are the rules? What are the rules on collecting taxes?
Well, you've got to collect them. That's all there's to it.
Wait, are you sure?
If you're financing the car,
you're
going to collect taxes.
If you finance it,
yes.
What if they pay cash?
You're still going to pay the state tax.
But not the local.
Not their home rule city, though. They're going to pay that when they go and register that and license that vehicle.
Unless it's financed, then you pay all taxes. Right. Okay, so yours was being financed, right?
Yeah, and they will not let me roll the $792 into the finance deal.
Okay, so which tax did they leave out?
The city tax.
For $792, and you agree that you owe it, but you wanted to make it part of the deal, and they won't do it. Why won't they do it? Were you right on the borderline for qualification?
No, they just said I can either pay them with cash or credit card, and it's like I would love to finance it.
They don't want to. They do not want to represent the package to the bank. That's what it is, because they're afraid that they're going to get a higher buy rate and make less of a spread, right, Rolly? Because of the ratios.
It certainly could happen. They're going to. It's basically unwinding the deal to create a new deal.
Right.
And
they don't want to do it.
There could be some things that would change.
Nor do they have to do it, because I guarantee he signed something saying he'll pay the difference if it's there.
I don't know, Rolly. I don't think you signed that with a finance deal. It's their responsibility to do this. They didn't collect it.
Yeah, but they might. You've got to provide accurate information for them to be able to.
Why did they say this mistake took place, Chris?
They said they've been having trouble with the city of Aurora and pinning down certain addresses.
Okay, all right. That's plausible. It's plausible.
You know, all these days are pretty much, they've taken all out where people are licensing things to phone, to telephone poles up in Grand Junction or someplace like that,
Why do people do it?
Because they're avoiding taxes.
Okay. Well, like, where do you live? Well, I know where you live. Your taxes total on a car are probably 7%. Where I live in Franktown, they're 2.9. That's just a reality.
Right. There's nothing you can do.
I say 5% on the car.
There's nothing you can do about it.
So Tom can just use your address even for emissions.
Well, that's what Rolly was saying. The days of that are kind of over, though.
So listen, Chris, you're responsible for the tax. You have no damages because the taxes are the taxes. The only thing you have the dealer on is procedure, okay? And as a result of the procedure, you don't really have a loss. You see, the fact that you can't finance it is not really a loss because financing it and paying it in the eyes of the law is the same thing.
Why don't you just tell them, I don't have it, I can't pay it, now what, and see what they say?
They're still going to want to get the sales tax.
So what are they going to do?
You know,
okay, if he truly doesn't have it, Rolly, what happens?
When he goes to register it, they won't give him the tag.
But yet he's still going to be in the deal.
This in the car deal. What's the difference if he's, except for probably interest rate, of putting it on a credit card and paying the thing off and
interest
getting it over with?
I'm sorry, Chris, you're going to have to figure out a way to pay it or you won't register the car. Now, you might want to complain to the dealer licensing board, but as Rolly said...
What dealer was it?
Shortline. Rolly said, listen, it's probably not their fault. That addresses sometimes get screwed up.
I know someone over there.
Shortline doesn't run a schlock operation.
No, not at all. I know someone over there. I'll give them a call for you if you want, but...
Maybe they would let you finance it or pay them, I don't know, pay them, I don't know. Who knows? And who knows? Listen, you're going to make a call?
I'll make a call.
It's too bad, okay? It really is too bad. I want to talk to Brent Ivinson, Ideal Home Loans, who dropped by to talk about all of these future rate hikes that might come up. Now, Brent, when do we really expect these, man? When do we expect these rates?
Well, you know, they're talking about wanting to do 2 more of them between now and the end of the year is what the Federal Reserve has made known, and that is in anticipation of potential inflationary pressure. So, again, we haven't seen the economy get the traction we thought we were going to see, but they still have continued to hike. So, if they do make these 2 additional hikes, they're likely to be 1/4 apiece. You're talking 0.5% in total, but here's who's going to be impacted with that stuff, Tom. You are looking at anybody who's got a home equity line of credit, payments are likely going to be going up. If you have credit card debt, same thing. Payments are going to be going up. If you're in an adjustable rate mortgage, it has been a fantastic ride, but even with the hikes earlier this year, your payments are going to be going up, and with rates at their current levels, it makes sense to look into fixing it all in a long-term fixed rate loan so that you can budget on your payment every month and not have to worry about rising interest rates.
And then, of course, if they refi and the rates go back down, you have the interest rate guarantee. So that's Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loans. Remember, that interest rate guarantee goes out 2 years. If they go down by 0.75% or more, they refinance you free of all lender fees. 303-867-7000, 867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. Now, another kind of a loan is a reverse loan. And for reverse mortgages, I recommend Approval Reverse.com. Joan Sullivan, she will make sure that it's going to do you good. Because, you know, reverse loans are complicated. They're great for some people in retirement who have equity, older than 62. You can get a line of credit, a lump sum, or monthly payments. She'll tell you if it will fit your circumstances. If not, no harm done. Joan Sullivan, ApprovalReverse.com, 303-771-3528, 303-771-3528.
This report is brought to you by LifeLock.
It's hard to catch a break on northbound I-25 downtown. Let's start off with the good news. That earlier wreck northbound I-25 north of 8th Avenue, that's been cleared out of the way. Now there's a crash involving at least 3 vehicles northbound I-25 just after Alameda. Backups all the way to Downing. So if you're traveling downtown, either give yourself plenty of time or use an alternate route. The rest of the routes downtown, watch out for typical delays in westbound I-70 and the elevated portion. Westbound 270 slow on the approach to Vasquez. The weather forecast, mostly sunny today, nice, a high of 89.
Trying to hydrate herself.
Clouds above and 82. Traffic and weather, I'm Pete Black. 6:30. Hey, how?
Is that a drone? What are they doing?
Saying McGregor's taking IV bags.
Oh.
And it's against the Nevada Commission.
Because he dropped weight, now he wants to pick up?
I don't know. Just energy, blood, blood oxygen.
Oh, the oxygen in the blood. Okay, I thought you said hydrate.
Well, hydrate, but fluids and yeah.
Yeah, that's what bicyclers used to do and stuff with the oxygen and stuff like that.
So is he not going to be able to fight them?
Oh, no. They're just throwing innuendos back and forth, accusations. They're just playing with each other now.
Yeah.
It's they got so much money tied up in this thing.
There's a lot.
It's a
Okay,
service. It's not even a
what is the money, guys? I forgot to ask.
Mayweather's what, 250 or 300? What's he making?
Really that much?
Oh, ridiculous! Yeah.
250 million.
You know, he's worth 650 right now.
Yeah. Well, that's arguable. You know,
So now he's could make halfway
a billion.
There's astronomical numbers tied to the pay-per-view and everything else.
That's one thing I say about McGregor.
Yeah.
McGregor's a showman.
Single mom in Massachusetts.
Wow!
52-year-old there.
How much you win?
748 million or something.
Yeah,
But that's what they said the biggest mistake she made was going public. Should have had somebody go get it for you. Well, because everybody and their mothers was calling now.
You call an attorney and say, go do this.
Fill this out for me.
And I guess she said she was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared too. That the lady that won
Your girlfriend?
No,
You?
the lady that won the Powerball.
Oh, shit. First thing you do is buy security, man.
Yeah.
Move into a very nice, move into Trump Towers with security and hire an
First
accountant
thing
and
you do
get
is
shit
not
moving.
say anything to anybody.
I know, she came out. Most of them you don't even know who they are. Never see them.
I think you have to let them know.
I moved to Afghanistan.
You have some time. You don't have to call.
Right. You have a year. You have a year.
I would take a month to get it squared away.
Yeah. Came out the next day.
$740 million.
She got 320.
Hey, we were talking about loans. Let's talk about buying real estate. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He has a department that helps you buy, and then he has one that lists your home to sell. Mark used him for both. Mark and Suzanne.
Saved me a ton of money.
I've used him for both. I sold something, bought something several times. Frank has been our go-to guy for real estate. He should be yours too. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622, 920-1622. And Rolly's been my go-to guy for cars and my Traverse. What's new? My Traverse going back on lease, but Rolly, what do they do when you have salvage salvage value? How do they value a car?
Taxes are tough. This is truly touchy on a vehicle that's on salvage, and we're going to resell it.
Because my car is
we
going
really
back.
Don't operate
My
that
car
way,
is at the end of its lease, and Rolly's laughing, saying he's only going to get salvage value for it because I'm rough on him.
Because of who was driving it is what he's saying.
I kept up on it. I got tires on it.
People give you hell for your driving.
They're brand new tires.
Have you wrecked this one at all?
Never. Never.
See, people give him hell, and I've driven with him. He drives like a normal person.
Like you, but that's not a normal person. We drive like we talk. Anyway,
Tom, I've never really put him to the test, and I really can't attest this. I'm sure he's a wonderful pilot. Tom is a terrible driver.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
What define terrible?
Let's just talk about the trip to Texas, okay?
Oh, no. I was seeing snakes. It was funny. I was falling asleep.
Yeah,
and Rolly was asleep in the passenger side. We were taking a road trip, and I keep drifting off the road.
What was he driving?
Oh God, it was terrible. We took one of his
cars.
cars.
A rental car down there.
Was it a rental car?
Yeah.
I thought it was one of yours that we could tow.
We took a rental car. We left it there.
Oh, that's right. So anyway, and I said, Rolly would get up and say, "What happened?" I said, "I saw a snake." Because I was swerving, and then one time Rolly says, "God, there's an awful lot of snakes out here." Then we stopped at a motel, and in Texas. And you couldn't have more hard-crusted guys at this motel. And we walk in, and I put my hand over on Rolly and say, "We need a double."
Oh. And not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, we had fun. Who cares? We had fun. And then anyway, that was it. So that was a road trip, but I kept seeing snakes. I was getting tired. Ron, all joking aside here with Master Drive, seriously, I don't know, when you get tired, that's worse than being drunk. Or it's just as bad. Isn't it just as bad being tired? You should be given a ticket.
Well, if you fall asleep, it's got to be worse than anything.
But as you start nodding off and stuff, you would be surprised how many people push themselves, though.
People do that all the time, and there's no telling. I mean, you probably don't find out about the real facts of those kinds of things half the time or more. Let me give, because when this happens, your mind will drift and literally close off, and you see snakes.
No, that's why literally we stopped. We did. I mean, he said, "Let's pull up." We went to a motel. Yeah.
Let me give a suggestion.
And had a quite good time.
And I do this same thing, by the way, right before a race car driver. And I'm talking about IndyCar level prototype sports car level, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, right before they get in the car, let's say after they've been in the pits for a couple hours, 3 hours, whatever, the brain is really non-functioning. It's not at the level it needs to be, et cetera, but people do the same thing on the highway. Let me suggest you do something.
Yeah.
Pull over into whatever, you know, any kind of an area where you can do that safely, something off the road, and get out of the car. And then there's a really quick exercise you can do for about 1 minute to 2 minutes, and this is a brain integration exercise. Basically, what you do is stand up, and then you bring your left knee up, touch it with your right hand, bring your right knee up, touch it with your left hand, and do that back and forth, okay? And then do that very quickly. That is almost running, if your knees will take it, and do it almost running, but what you're doing is totally reintegrating right to left brain, okay?
That's weird. That's a
And
good
you
one.
do the hokey pokey and you turn the
All right, now,
or you could do it like
did
Raleigh
you
does.
and Rolly happen to have one of those heart-shaped tubs in that room?
Stop it.
Bob, what's going on with this contractor in Pueblo? What do you need done?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I've waited so long. But
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. But what do you need done, brother?
Well, listen, I've got a insurance claim in, and they're taking good care of me other than I can't get anybody to come out and look at it.
What do you need done?
Basically, I had water damage in the basement.
What do you need done? He's in Pueblo. Water damage. Do you need restoration work done, or do you need what?
Yes, that's it.
Did you drain? Obviously, you drained the water. Do you have drywall down there?
I had drywall. They cut it up 2 feet and checked for mold and checked for asbestos and none of that. And the thing is, I've got another water situation that I'm getting taken care of as we speak. It's going to be done.
So you need someone to rebuild that basement?
That's correct. And here's the thing. What do you think of Peak that I see advertised for restoration? What do you have on them?
I'm missing him. Does he need just restoration, or does he need the contractor?
No. He already had someone come in and do the mitigation. Now he needs someone to rebuild the basement. That's what he's looking for.
And it was a finished basement.
It was drywalled and finished, right?
I've got someone down there. I'm going to have to get it after because they're not on the referral list yet.
We're working with.
I don't have access to your referral.
Here's the thing, Bob.
So
okay, I'm so sorry, man. We would have given you this. We'll take your number and call you back personally. Okay,
yeah,
Suzanne.
I think she took it. I'm not.
Okay,
sure,
well here's why. We're building that list down in Pueblo and in Colorado Springs, and we have a lot of candidates that are not up yet, but we can give them this lead and talk to them personally. They're pretty good people. Okay, there's just a little time lag from the time we contact them till the time they get on the list. So Suzanne, if you could take Bob's information and give it to Mark. Mark's going to specifically find a contractor for him in Pueblo.
I know I met with their guys and they're great. I just basically got to remember
And what I did was I told
number.
him who to stay away from. Kevin Nigel down there in Pueblo.
Oh, for sure. Stay away from that guy. For sure. Chris held the other day. Chris, what's going on with you? Oh, no, we got to you. Okay. Chris, I think we finished up with that. I mean, we're done with Chris. Bonnie's turn, and we got some lines open, 303-713-TALK. Bonnie, what's happening?
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I didn't expect to be on your radio show, but I'm kind of just reaching out to see. I have a GoFundMe page going to see about trying to get some help to go to cosmetology school.
Okay.
I'm a single mother of 3 kids. Currently, my husband is in prison.
Why is he in prison? I mean, it's none of my business. I'm curious.
He did some wrong things in a stressful situation and was trying to help the family.
How long is he in jail?
He's going to be gone for 4 years.
Oh, my goodness. Can he get out earlier with good behavior or anything?
Yeah, I'm sure. We don't know exactly when, but yeah.
Do you? Where is he in Colorado?
Yeah, he just got out of Denver County, so we don't know where exactly he's going to be going to, but he's in like the DRDC place right now.
And you're going to keep in touch with him this whole time?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so you need to provide for the family.
Yes. I landed a job at a salon up in Westminster. Cosmetology is my passion, and they do apprenticing there. The only school in Colorado is Academy of Cosmetology of Arts, they're the only ones that do apprenticing also, but they don't do any kind of financial help, which is shocking to me. But
so how much is it?
So my GoFundMe page is for $1,750. That is going to get me started, and then they're going to work with me on monthly payments from there on out. But this is the only school that I can go to do the apprenticing where my job is at.
So you can work while you're going?
So, like, exactly.
And how old are your children?
I have 13, 7, and my baby will be 2 in November.
Do you have child care taken care of?
I do, yes. I have CCAP.
Well, I'm kind of proud of you, Bonnie, that you're stepping out like this, really. What have you done before for work?
I worked for the post office for 7 years.
You can't get back to them, or you just want to do something, you want to do a career?
Yeah, I feel like every time I get in anywhere, I'm just not happy, and I just landed this job at the salon, and they have this opportunity, and it's just...
Okay, Bonnie, we want to help, and we'll probably contribute too. Tell us where it is, and then I'd like to get you on again a couple times to promote it, because if we check you out, and we will, we're going to give this GoFundMe, it would be nice to help you. I really feel terrible about what happened. Do you think, does your husband have a record? I mean, was he just always in trouble, or was it a one-time thing?
So he has been in trouble in the past, but when I met him, he was out and he did good. And he was stressful for the family and was just trying to help out the family.
Yeah. So, Bonnie, where do we go to, tell me about the GoFundMe site.
So it says a single mom's dream awaits. Suzanne said she was going to give you the link.
Okay, all right. We got to put it up on our social media. Suzanne, can you do that? Put it up there and say she was a caller and wants to, or do you want me to do it? Whatever, we should do that. I got the link.
Put it on the social media?
No,
can you do it?
Let's run the background. Let's vet a little.
We'll vet a little first. Single mom dreams await. Your little baby's cute. Okay, that's your baby. Hi, everyone. My name is Bonnie. Okay. And I've always had a passion to be a cosmetologist. All the years of college I've been through. What a great experience. Okay, so you talk about your experience and what the money is going to be, and you're trying to raise,
and I assume
$1,750,
and we can pay the school directly.
Yeah, well, I know with the GoFundMe, I don't know what you know. I don't know. We're going to do. We'll check her. I mean, I don't know. Can we pay?
I'm sure that you could call the school and make a payment to them, and they can just put it towards whatever, because it's different chunks of money.
All right,
go to different things.
Let's let and listen, you can't blame Mark for being skeptical. You know,
but didn't he just insinuate I have a record? Tom, I've never been arrested in my life.
I know, he's just kidding. So listen, here's what we do. Let's put this. Let's check her out, and then we'll put it up after that on our GoFundMe. But take her information, and then we'll try to help her out. I love people trying to help themselves for darn sure. I love that. Okay.
Me too.
Jason, what's happening? Jason?
Yes. Hey, I just got a question.
Yeah.
My daughter called me yesterday, and she said that her friend was accused of stealing at the Dollar General in Pueblo. She said that when the ladies, there was 2 ladies came out and chased her to the parking lot, and she said that they made her take off her shirt and show that she didn't have anything underneath her shirt. It wasn't the manager. It was just two ladies that worked there at the Dollar General.
They're not allowed to search at all.
I was just wondering, is that legal?
If they consented to a search?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How old was the girl?
She's probably in her 20s.
Oh, okay. Then what Mark said is right. If they said to her, "Take off your shirt," and she did, well, then the woman consented. The woman could have said no.
Could have just left.
You see, the woman could have said, "No, I'm not going to do it." Then if they tried to do it forcibly, she'd have an action.
Okay.
Did it turn out that she was stealing anything?
No, she didn't. She did not steal anything.
Where did she, hold on, where did she take off her shirt? Was it in public or was it hidden?
In the parking lot. They made her.
Wait a minute. Did she have like a tank top on or anything under it?
No, my daughter said it exposed her bra and
Listen, what I would do, Jason, if I were you, and Joe Lazzara is happy to answer questions in general. He's a criminal defense attorney, but the thing about Joe that you need to know is he does civil cases. He does for clients like this. Not all the time, but every once in a while, he'll do civil cases when somebody has a personal injury like that. That could very well be a personal injury if she was literally in a parking lot stripping and she felt she was forced. But most of the time, of course, Joseph A. Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney. If you're in trouble or you need help or DUI, and I'm hoping you never need them, because with DUI it's silly. You can just get a designated driver or use Uber or Lyft. Joe's number, here it is. It is, Jason, it's 303-429-6200. It's LazzaraLegal.com. LazzaraLegal.com, because sometimes criminal defense turns into other cases, and he handles those too. 303-429-6200, LazzaraLegal.com. He's on my referral list at referralist.com. And right now, let's talk about, do you want me to do Art of Granite? All right, we'll take a break right now.
This report is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Some problems to watch out for on the Highway Drive. Northbound I-25 just after Alameda, crash bumping about 3 cars, has traffic backed up all the way past Downing at this time. Southbound I-25 near University, a stall there in one of the center lanes has got traffic slowed up all the way past Broadway. Look out for a stall eastbound I-70 approaching Havana, too. Back in the traffic on that stretch. Very good. Weather forecast, mostly sunny today, the high near 89. Tonight, partly cloudy overnight, and a low of 59. Tomorrow, sunny and nice, just like summer, and a high near 91.
So, Kevin, they set up effective depths or anything? Are they saying
they're just lobbing,
oh, they're just saying that back and forth.
That's what Mayweather's saying about McGregor.
He actually said he wasn't going to make weight. He said he has no discipline.
So they come to your dealer, yourself some money.
Actually, the McGregor's a story.
Stay tuned for an exclusive free bottle offer. You can save about your heart health, extended healthy brain function. What about joint comfort and energy?
More coverage, more $99. More share, more.
Is that
what it is, 99?
50 Plus, now with code Q10. Krill Omega 50 Plus with code Q10 combines krill oil with...
Where else could we get a retired boxer, MMA fighter?
Well, they had to get something like this to get him out of retirement. He wasn't going to come out just fight for...
extra energy too. Best of all, you can get a free bottle of Krill Omega 50 Plus.
Of course, it's the one-shot thing.
Call right now and dial 1-800-361-1841. That's 1-800-361-1841. 1-800-361-1841. Again, call now. 1-800-361-1841.
Nothing is more important than your health. Hi, I'm Donnie, president of Fitness Gallery Superstores, where we sell the world's finest fitness equipment. We are celebrating our 20 years of keeping Colorado in shape. Everything is on sale, 20 to 40% off. Don't miss it. All treadmills, ellipticals, exercise bikes, and home gyms are on sale. Fitness Gallery in Denver at I-25 and 58th Avenue. And branch at University and C470. Make sure to visit our new website at fitnessgallery.com or call 303-308.
This is the likely first. It's going to be $300 million with a 75-25.
I got to give myself a break.
So Mayweather gets 75. McGregor gets 25.
How much does Mayweather get?
75% of $300 million.
No matter what.
That's win or lose.
See, why don't they do it?
Well, because he's bringing in the money.
Yeah,
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK. Genesis Total Exteriors. If you need any
inside or outside work done, right now he's doing outside work. If you want to get lined up for kitchens, bath, basements, large or small additions, you can call him now to get lined up for the winter. 303-679-8509. 679-8509. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Okay, this is a weird problem. A weird problem. Trust me when I tell you. I don't think I've heard this problem before. Joni?
Yes, Tom. How are you?
What's happening? What's happening?
Okay, if I don't cry.
Yeah, this is weird.
So my friend.
Your friend.
Went down to my friend.
Yeah.
Went down to the 16th in Lincoln yesterday to the DORA building. Okay, the DORA, the regulatory system, you know, thing.
16th in Lincoln. Okay, I can roughly picture that. Okay.
Okay, so she went down there and she parked her car, and she can't remember where she parked it.
So she literally parked it somewhere. She came out of Dora and can't find her car. And how long has it been?
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday. Was it in a garage?
Yes.
But there's only a certain number of garages in that vicinity.
Her son has gone in and out of everyone. We've called the police.
Do you have a key fob?
She does.
And did the son take the key fob and do the beeping?
No, I guess he should have done that. I told her that.
Well, of course he should.
An echo in the garage.
Of course he should. Yes, you should take that key fob and in fact clone it even and take just people walk around with it. But there are also every municipality has specific steps for abandoned vehicles. They have to call certain tow trucks for certain areas. So in other words, there's only going to be a few impound yards that would have that car.
Well, Denver said they hadn't towed it yet because they would be the first ones to call.
Okay.
And we gave the description, and my friend's son has the license plate number. I don't have it personally. But this is heartbreaking. She has short-term memory loss. It's terrible.
Yes, it is terrible, Joni.
What kind of car is it?
It is a 2008, and Rolly, I know you. I've been up to your place and bought 3 cars from you.
Wow.
My last name is Young, Joni Young.
Oh, yeah.
Now this is a 2008 Saturn?
Saturn View.
She should have OnStar on that.
Would OnStar go inside a building, Rolly?
Well, they could tell you. Seemingly it could. I
don't think.
Can they beep the horn? They can beep the horn, though.
OnStar can
OnStar
anything electronically.
Like the panic button.
If it has it.
Where did she buy that car?
God, I don't know. She's had it for a long time.
You know, let me just tell you what happened. I was at a gas station one time and locked my key in the car. And I did not have OnStar activated. I called up Rolly, and they got it activated and unlocked my door all in one fell swoop. Boom, done. So if it has OnStar on it, can they not retroactively, but can they activate it and then beep her horn?
I don't know. I don't think it has.
I'm asking Rolly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know about it being in the building, in a concrete building. I don't know about that.
All right.
But as far as activating yours, getting yours activated.
It was out in the open, yeah.
You think Rockies could have got that done?
Oh, stop.
If you go late at night down there's no cars down there parking. It'd be a whole lot easier, wouldn't it?
Go down there
late
at 10,
11 o'clock at night. There's no traffic down there.
You're right.
Instead of trying to do it during the day.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we've looked. I looked 3.5 hours with her last night.
What time did you go out?
Well, we were down there downtown, but we were down there so long that there was nothing left. No traffic, no nothing.
Okay, and there's only a certain number of garages, really. She remembers driving into a garage for sure.
Yes.
And did you use the key fob last night?
No.
Well, God, that's what you guys have to do. That's what I hate to admit this. I've had to do that. I swear to you, I've had to do that. I've had to use my key fob inside a garage to figure out, was it on this floor or one above? And I'd hit the key and hear it up above. And literally it echoes through that building.
Right. Okay, so if we went down there at nighttime,
with a key fob.
The garage is closed, do you think?
Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't go too late. I would go just toward closing and walk around with that key fob.
Okay.
That maybe you got to keep now.
She's just falling her eyes.
Let me ask you this: does the key fob? Don't hit the unlock button. Does the key fob have a horn button?
It does, and then it has an automatic start.
Yeah, don't do the start unless you know you can find the car. I would do the horn, and I would keep doing the horn, or keep doing the lock button, and it gives you the double, or the horn. Don't do the unlock. Don't do the unlock, and don't do the start until you can at least know you're close. I would do that. I would walk around at night, as Kevin said, when it's less populated, then you walk around with the key fob. I just can't believe you guys could have been very close to the car and not even known it. That's what the key fob is for. It's got way more distance than your eyes. I mean, as far as around corners and stuff.
Well, I kept asking, can you beep that? And she just was so hysterical.
No, and take, well, you do it, and take that key fob and hold it up over your head way high.
Grab a new battery on your way.
Yeah, in fact, I would put a brand new battery in it. I really would. I'd put a new battery, a fresh new battery in it.
In the key fob, okay.
And if you don't know how to do it, go to a dealer or go to Batteries Plus, and they'll do it for you.
Okay.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, and then let me know what happens tomorrow, and we'll take another step with the impound lots.
Okay. And do you want me to call you Monday?
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can call. You can leave a message at 303 Martino tonight or tomorrow. We'll check it.
Oh, okay. And yeah, Rolly knows who I am.
Okay. So 303 Martino. You just look it up. I mean, and leave a message for us. Suzanne and I will be checking that, and let us know about the car. We'll remember this. Okay. 303-713-TALK. We got some lines open for the first time today. Okay, so we talked about a winter driving course, by the way. When do we want to do that? When do you start them? You have regular ones, but then we're going to do a screaming deal on one of them. So when do you start the regular driving courses for winter?
Let me kind of talk about what that means.
Okay,
go
ahead.
We have, and we're really the only ones that have.
And this is Master Drive, by the way. Okay, go ahead.
We have skid pads, big open areas of blacktop at our facilities, both the east and west location in Denver and also in Colorado Springs and also in Fort Collins, by the way. Big open areas of blacktop. We put a sealer on it. We have a sprinkler system. And we can create a surface that we can put a car at safe speed, 20, 25 miles an hour, into a skid. And practice skid recovery, skid control, how to brake on a slick surface so that you don't lock up the brakes, etc. But we spend 2 hours of all skid pad, practicing skid recovery, learning about skid correction, etc. And the total cost on that is $150.
Oh, man, that's nothing. So, I mean, for all that you learn. Now, how many do you have of those?
Well, we start them in October in preparation for wintertime, and we typically just have those, we may have 1 or 2 a week depending upon demand. Now, we do the team program, we do the skid pad all the time. But year-round, or just in the wintertime, we do this for adults, and that has to be a licensed driver.
Okay.
But that skid pad work it's the best thing in the world.
What are they called? Where do they? Is it the 4447 number? That's the one I have. 303-627.
Yes, 627-4447. Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to find out about the winter driving courses, 303-627-4447, 303-627-4447. We have lines open at 303-713-TALK, and then I'm going to ask these other guys if they want to put out a screaming deal or not. And speaking of deals, Art of Granite is always a deal. Mitch Floria, I love the way he does business because you will always get in the bathroom free what you do in the kitchen. Of course, you got to do it at the time you order. You can't do it like a month later or a week later. You have to do it at the time, but whatever you have done in the kitchen, he'll do in the bathroom free, and that means countertops or cabinets, which means a vanity top and a vanity. And also, he never marks up the granite more than wholesale. You can buy that granite at wholesale. You can buy it from him or anywhere else using his account. He serves the entire Front Range, the mountain communities, 7 days a week. And you can go to his showroom, but first call him and get a preliminary price. Then you go to his beautiful showroom, pick out what you want, and you get the final price, which is usually pretty close. 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net.
This report is brought to you by...
Skid pad's a lot of fun.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's right here.
Another stall clogging up the drive.
Well, I sent just real quick. I sent you an email about 3 weeks ago, for your October program.
And the crash
for us to do that Art of Driving Performance Cars seminar that I talked to you about last time. Well, it came back, and because it wouldn't go through your email. I'm guessing that your spam collector probably.
We've got some pretty stiff firewalls.
Let me do this. I'll give you a call.
and figure out a way to get you, because I was getting you a copy of it's a promo video that we do for that you could send out to your guys that are coming in October. So let me get that to you, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay? Because I know
emails are funny. I get something that's not quite right, I just don't.
Yeah. Well, and I do too.
I don't even want to take
it. You know, but I kind of look at stuff a little bit, but man, you get so much stuff here.
I know.
But I think I would have picked right up on that.
Let me call you, and I'll tell you when I'm sending it back to you, and then you can go from there. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
No, that's smart.
Remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs: face, arm, speech, time. Got a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association.
Switch to Boost and get 2 lines with 3 gigs of 4G LTE data per line for only $50. Plus, get up to 2 free LG X Power phones, all powered by the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Are you a U.S. veteran? American Financing wants to see.
What is your cell number?
719-491-1240.
All American Financing
You ever try this place? Sweet tomato?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Been there a long time. Yeah. They have like 4 homemade soups and 50 different
Oh, really?
salads.
Where are they at?
There's one.
What's that Italian restaurant by your shop? So it's been there forever.
Oh, Dino's?
Yeah.
I like that big spaghetti.
Oh, yeah.
To the VA home loan.
Homemade noodles.
Yeah, that's it. Homemade
No
noodles.
mortgage insurance and relaxed credit requirements.
Place down in
American
Lawrence, I
Financing
remember.
has salary-based mortgage.
Is that where you're going?
No upfront
I don't know. I just saw the ad because I haven't been there in a while. Just take my kids there.
Call American Financing
Because, you know,
today at
kids, they need 50 different things.
303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
This 182-334 regulated by the British Real Estate.
Sean Hannity's Face the Truth today at 1.
That's the place we went to. I remember.
Republicans in Washington that broke your promises. This
It was just like 4 or 5 homemade soups, and they're really good soups.
Oh, wow, nice.
Different kinds of
Yeah,
salads.
never heard
You know,
of
you can get pasta salad and
Sure,
lettuce,
sure,
and
sure.
all kinds of other home
Yeah, never
baked
heard of
own
them.
breads and stuff there. It's pretty cool.
Isn't it amazing when we just come out from the air?
Am I on?
Turns out on purpose.
Yeah, just right on.
I mean, he just comes right, he comes out of nowhere.
Hi, Tom Martino. You are Troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, what's going on with David? You have a question on tire wear. Go ahead, sir.
New style Ford Thunderbird commercial vehicle, and my employer just had my tires replaced, but the contractor or third party that does all the vehicle maintenance would not approve the appropriate tire for the vehicle, so instead of having a 6-ply, I have a 4-ply. I'm not able to fill up the tire PSI to the rated pressure. It has to be like at 40 PSI, otherwise it'll cause potential separation from the rim. I'm just wanting to find out.
Weird.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to find out what potential safety things am I going to kind of run into, or how fast are these tires going to wear out, just because I'm on the road probably about 300 miles a day.
Do you have a CDL?
No.
Okay.
Well, how much cargo? What's loaded up in the van? How much weight?
It's appliance parts. I do appliance repair, so probably
Not a lot.
Not too much, but it's probably about maybe 1,000 or more.
Well, tell me why they're cheaping on the tire. Just curious.
Because of the cost. I mean, it just boils down to
And
cost.
so,
Cost
is this tire approved for the vehicle, the tire they have?
That I don't know. I'm not a car guy. I bring in the vehicle and they do the maintenance as needed.
The tires are stamped on the door jamb of the driver's side door. Just open it up and they'll tell you exactly what's required for that vehicle.
I mean, if it's the same size tire, I don't see what
It's a different
problem.
ply, a different load rating.
It's a ply and load, yeah.
Okay, so they're doing a lesser ply for
Well,
a
they're
lesser
doing a
load.
4-ply.
And he wants to know, is it safe for the load? Well, that tire
Maybe,
has a
maybe
load.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the tire has a load. How you calculate that? How do you calculate that with all 4 tires? How do you do that? It's not cumulative, right? It's per...
Well, and that's why the rating is stamped on the door jamb. So it's right.
Meaning what?
It tells you exactly what your
you
load
need
rating
per
is, the
tire.
tire size, everything.
And so if it's under that, you can assume it's unsafe?
You can assume it's not as safe as it would be, yeah.
I guess that's your answer, David.
You know, they do.
But
they
but you also have to know what weight you're running. If you're running light, it doesn't matter.
They probably, to a degree, compromise their vehicle, their parts, and his safety by under tiring. You know, tires. Nobody worries about tires until the tires are gone. they're flat. You know, that's just all there is to it.
Yeah, don't skimp on tires ever. Yeah,
it's for the dollars they save there to take the chance it's just not good.
So what do you suggest he do?
Well, they match the
he's
rating for the
he's
van.
stuck because it's not his vehicle. But yeah, I would.
Okay, he hung up, but I hope he's listening. It could compromise safety, I guess, is the consensus. Leo, hi Leo, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? I'll tell you what's going on. The mechanic I had to do the work on my car, you know, I had him come to my house and look at the car. I had him go to the shop that I was buying the motor from and look at the motor. He said he could do the work, no problem, between $1,800 and $2,500. Got it up to his shop, started running the price up. Finally, we talked, and I said, well, I'm going to have to sell this motor, and, you know, we're going to have to start over because you say you can't do the work. And, I mean, he had an estimate going up close to $10,000 at one point. It's just
My
crazy.
God.
Yeah,
what kind of car or engine is this?
It was a 94 Z28, and I was putting a World Racing 383 stroker in it. And he came back and said there's no problem that he could get the pass emissions and everything. When we got to the shop, he said, "Oh no, I can't do it and get the pass emissions for $2,500." And at one point he said, "Well, I can throw it in there for $2,500, but it won't pass emissions." And I said, "No, we've got to sell the motor. We've got to start over. Don't do anything else, basically, until we have another motor." Then I had some work done on my Saab. And when he did the work on the Saab, he sent me an email or a text message that is saying, "Hey, by the way, we pulled the engine." Well, before I had the work done on the Saab, I sent him a text message saying we need to get together and talk about my Camaro and how we're going to move forward with it. And then when I had the work done on the Saab, he said he sent me an email saying, "Hey, I pulled the motor and transmission from your Camaro." And then he started in with, you know, you're going to owe me $750 to remove it, and I never authorized him. He never talked to me about doing this.
Well, then he can't charge you. There's only a certain amount he can charge. He can't just charge you. How much right now is he trying to charge you without any kind of agreement?
$750.
Well, he can't. Okay, so did you sign anything, any kind of an estimate?
No.
Okay, well then he can't do it. I mean, he can only charge $100, right, guys? By the Auto Repair Act, $100. I guess $100 plus 10%, so 110. That's all he can charge without a written estimate.
Okay, I'm happy to pay that to get my motor.
But he's going to give you a hard time. That's where we're going to have to call him. So you need to call him and let him know about the Auto Repair Act. You're going to have to let him know that you're limited to $100 without a written estimate, and 10% over that, which is 110, and that to get anything above that, he had to have had a written estimate, and then he would have gotten verbal commitments from you, date, time recorded, on when you authorize more. So, Leo, you're in the driver's seat. Again, you have to convince him of that, and you can't. Maybe we can. But try telling him that and see what happens. You can listen to the podcast if you need the details again. 303-713 8255. Okay, guys, do you have any kind of specials you want to do? Anything you want to do?
Yeah,
what do you got?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, this is Mark Machowski, Budget A1 Transmission Auto Repair, which is on Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth.
Yes, we're running a $29.99 transmission check procedure, most accurate diagnosis you can get. You know,
$29. $29.99.
They get a full printout. You know, we've helped a lot of customers out with this. We've had some customers come in that thinking that they have a major problem.
I know, we've heard from them. We've heard from them, and they said it gave them peace of mind. So $29.99 top to bottom transmission.
And then anything other than a transmission repair, 15% off the repair. It's really a great program.
Okay, so $29.99 a complete transmission check top to bottom, and then any work done, anything else, 15% off. All right?
Yes.
What do you got there? Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech.
Hey, Tom, we're doing a free alignment check, first 5 callers for the next week. I mean, you get new tires, you want to get it checked, call, make an appointment. We'll do all the measurements.
The first 5 callers, you just got to make the appointment for the next week.
All the measurements free. If it needs any additional adjustments, we'll tell you how much. But no obligation.
You'll do all the measuring and alignment, not the alignment, the measurements free, and then a written report and price if they need something done. 303-455-7242.
And that's at both locations, Aurora and Lakewood.
You know, to Kevin's saying there, if you get new tires, get it
checked.
Do you have a special, Rolly?
Yeah, I've got, we've talked about this before, and this is a mystery to me, Tom. I've got 2 2016 Corvettes, and these are both incredibly equipped cars. we will get really deep on these cars.
Okay, so
I've got a coupe and I've got a convertible.
Call about those, correct. 303-659-8311, 659-8311, and don't forget the winter driving schools at masterdrive.com.
Nothing is more important than your health. Hi, I'm Donnie, president of Fitness Gallery Superstores, where we sell the world's finest fitness equipment. We are celebrating our 20 years of keeping Colorado in shape. Everything is on sale, 20 to 40% off. Don't miss it. All treadmills, ellipticals, exercise bikes, and home gyms are on sale. Fitness Gallery in Denver at I-25 and 58th Avenue, and in Highlands Ranch at University and C470. Make sure to visit our new website at fitnessgallery.com or call 303-308-1100.
Finding great people to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's time to try ZipRecruiter, where 80% of jobs get a qualified candidate in just one day. How? Using powerful technology, ZipRecruiter matches your job to the right candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com.